Oh,
Hello and welcome to Hinao's Cafe, where we talk about anything anime, manga, film, and anything else that comes to mind. I'm your host Amity, and with me today, as always, is my co-host Angus.
hello. Today I wanted to start with a sort of a mini rant, and it's on a topic from last week's episode, which was Amity brought up that he thinks that Alon's is like the biggest fraud in like Jujutsu Kaisen and
I meant that as
Kagurabachi.
a joke. I really meant that as a joke, to be honest.
No, I get that. I just wanted to clarify. I do not agree with that at all. I don't want any bad blood between me and Alons. Like, I think Alons is great. I think he's an excellent YouTuber. I think he's a great Jujutsu Kaisen knower, whatever, like power scaling, all that stuff. And he's even doing Bleach episode reviews for the Thousand Year Blood War, which is great. I love Bleach, massive Bleach fan. Um, so all
Yeah,
of that. But I he did.
yeah,
So there's a little bit of a backstory though, which is like I used to be on his server, not anymore. But I don't blame him for that at all. Again, I don't want any bad blood. I don't think there is any bad blood. I love Alonso. I love his content. He's great. He's wonderful. Yay, Alonso.
yeah. When I meant when I said that, when I slandered Alons, I never meant actual ill will on him.
Yeah,
I do it because everyone does it because it's funny. But yeah, I do really like his content. His content
yeah,
is really well done, and he does put a lot of effort in his videos when it comes to both Kagurabachi and Jujutsu Kaisen in general.
yeah,
But yeah, he's a really good YouTuber. I feel like that all a
yeah.
lot of pretty much all Kagurabachi YouTubers I've seen, anyone who has who I've seen covered Kagurabachi content, I really like. Tiberius is really good. I really like Dice. Like both of them from the Hishaku Hideout. Really cool people, really
Yeah.
nice content, and their podcast always puts a smile on my face every time I listen to them every single week.
Yeah.
We also got Papa Weeb, or formerly known as Dynamic Weeb. He makes some really good
Dynamic Weeb.
content.
Yeah, it was for me the big ones were Dynamic Weeb, aka Papa Weeb, and Calcan or Calcanaut. She was
Yeah,
great. I love her.
Calcan's amazing.
I love her to death. She's the Kagurabachi girl YouTube. I love her so much. Um but and then Alonzi for me. Uh yeah, those are my big three.
I think in terms of my favorite KB channels, it would definitely be
Oh yeah,
Alon's,
she doesn't
Calcan.
do doesn't do really Jujutsu Kaisen. She mainly focuses on Kagurabachi. But yeah,
Yeah,
out of
she's
time.
made
Go ahead.
some JJK, but I also really like
Yes.
Daffy's really cool. He does mostly JJK, but he's done a lot of Kagurabachi content, and he's really cool as well.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
love
some of his
Daffy.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah, his videos are really well done. Um, but yeah, but yeah, they're really cool people. Shout out to them. Go subscribe to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. We're like plugging them. Yeah.
But yeah, now got that out of the way. Uh, Now you're gonna hear me rant before
Yes.
we actually get to some of the actual good stuff, the stuff we actually want to get in through tonight.
Yes.
I'm gonna rant about an anime that I feel ripped off by because it's an anime that I thought was actually gonna be good or peak even, but after 5 episodes, I'm like, no, this is dog shit. This is ass.
I'm guys, I want you to know I'm so excited for this rant. I've been this rant has been hyped up. Not, I shouldn't say hyped up, but like he's been telling me that he's gonna go on this like huge rant of this certain series that I'll let him tell you which one it is, but I'm so excited to hear this
One
because
actually was pretty nice. But then
Yeah.
everything afterwards was like kind of a downward spiral here from there.
Okay.
It just like it it looks rushed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It looks really rushed. And the concept of the show, like I said, it just screams, go watch Bleach instead. Because it is just... So here's the synopsis of the show. It follows our main character, Jiro, who can talk to animals, and he is a son, or he lives with his grandfather, who is a shinobi or some shit like that. And then
Okay.
he lives in a world where these spirits called Mononoke are, and he meets this Mononoke who is in the form of a cat named Rago or something like that. And then he gets fused together with him, and after some random mishap, you know how shonen is, and then he gets taken in by an organization that is tasked to hunt down these so-called Mononoke, and then he joins said organization, and every single episode is pretty much the same exact shit you've seen in every single series ever. And episode 4, for whatever reason, decides to... So, like, episode 3 ends off with, like, them starting up, like, an actual, like, fight. And when episode 4 happens, it barely even happens. Like, the fight barely even happens. Well, it kind of happens, but it wasn't, like...
We don't
But
see
it
most of
barely...
it.
You really barely see most of it at all. Like, some
Okay.
of it was, like... Some of it's off screen, or when you do see it on screen, it's like... It's like it's just like... They're not barely moving. The choreography looks shit. It looks... It's literally just moving PNGs on the screen. It's... And then it just ends very quickly with the guy saying, okay, I forgive, okay, you're cool, or whatever. Like, dude, what? And then next we see they're on their mission, the first mission, finding some, like, artifact or some shit, or going to something, and then we see some random villain, and then the villain, and then this, excuse me, then this random ass villain decides to meet Jiro and his, like, and the Sasuke guy who was having a sparring match with, and all of a sudden it just immediately, the episode ends immediately right when the fight was about to start. I'm like... Now, I have seen anime do this before, but you don't... But here's my opinion. You don't end the episode immediately when a fight is about to start. You don't just say, okay, let's fight, and then, okay, see you next episode to see how the fight happens. Like, you don't do that.
Well, you can do that if you actually show the fight next. Like, if the next episode starts where the last episode ends, like on that fight setup. But it sounds like that's not quite what happened here.
No, it didn't. Like, next episode, it starts right... It just restarts itself, right, with the villain meeting himself, and the fight starts to happen. So we see the fight, and again, it has terrible choreography and terrible cinematography, and it ends way too quickly, and it just ends with, like, the villain's motive is because he wants Rago, okay? He wants Rago because he has some ultimate power or some shit. So he's basically just Grim... Literally, his design is just Grimjow from Bleach.
Oh.
That's literally his design. And his main reason why he wants to fight, like, Jiro is because he has Rago inside of him. Now, I've seen this a lot in shonen. Yeah, granted, we've seen this a lot in shonen. Like, the inner demon trope and stuff like that. And there's, like, villains who are interested in the main character, like JJK. The villains were interested in Yuji because, he was the vessel of Sukuna.
Yeah, he was the vessel of Sukuna inside of him. Yeah. Sukuna, yeah.
And that's fine. You can do stuff like that. I'm not saying you can't. You can follow the formula. You can follow a formula.
Yes.
However, there's a limit you can do, and you don't make it lazy. At least try to
Yes,
attempt to make it
you
interesting.
you can do a formula. You just have to add some sort of twist on it.
And that's what made like stuff like, in my opinion, honestly, JJK work, because there was a spin on it.
Yeah, a big sweat. Yeah. Like, oh man, there's so much to get into. Well, we can get into JJK much later. We might not
But
even get
like,
into that this episode. Yeah.
but like, and like the fight just automatically just ends. Like, that's not a problem. The fights are bad because they just end abruptly. That's the problem here. And then the
That's a
fight
big
just
problem.
ends. The fight just ends with like the main with Grimjow knockoff finding out who Jiro is, asking who his name is, and then he just goes, "Okay, I'm going home now." And like, what the fuck?
Huh? That's weird.
Just yeah, that's how the episode. That's how it ends. I'm not joking.
So that would be like if like Grimshaw and his squad pulled up in Karakura Town, and like he finds Rukia and Ichigo there, and he's like, which one of you is the strongest? And then he punches a hole in Rukia, and he's like, well, it wasn't her. And then he's like, what's your name? And he's like, my name's Ichigo Kurosaki. He's like, Ichigo Kurosaki? Oh no! I heard that you stormed the Soul Society and you're super strong. I gotta get out of here.
How they're gonna do this, but there's no way you can actually make a reveal like this or some type of world building like this without making it seem rushed in a way, especially if you don't have much to work with.
Yeah. I see. I don't have much of like. I wouldn't have a problem with them diving into his family in episode 5 or whatever. If like the manga was like over 100 chapters long, but like it's not like well. So when Emily says it's only 19, they are double length. But like I checked it out and they're double length. But like still, that's only like roughly like 38 chapters ish worth of content. So that's maybe good for a season and a half or like 2 seasons at best.
Like,
Not good.
very not good. And then later on, they're in another training arc, and we see another Mononoke, and I'm like, wait a second, this is a. You mean to tell me that a organization that's meant to hunt down all Mononoke and doesn't really trust Mononoke suddenly trusts a Mononoke to train newbies?
What? Ah, that's so weird.
Yeah, and it's literally in the Mononoke in this character is literally just Bisky from Hunter x Hunter. It's literally just Bisky from Hunter x Hunter, like with no. Like
Yeah.
there's no way to describe it. It's a little girl. It's a little girl teaching them, and
And she's
they're
a demon?
training.
I mean, a Mononoke?
Yeah, and her idea of a training is to cast a spell on them and like send them into some like dream like thing. It's pretty much a domain expansion or a bankai. Like this is literally their training, and it's yeah. And this is where we learn Ichika's past. And here's the thing: in episode 3, we already learned about Ichika's past and why she wanted to become, and why she wanted to slay Mononoke. The reason in episode 3, in episode 3, we found out that her mom is dead, and she's so sick and tired of being just seen as just another woman.
Okay.
Now, all of a sudden, her goal is that her mom also was one of those like agents that help kill Mononoke, and she wanted to do it too as a child. And apparently her mom isn't dead, she just turned into stone.
Oh, what?
Like,
that's weird.
She just turned into stone by another Mononoke that turned her into stone. Like, do you see how this doesn't make... I'm literally comprehending why. Like,
yeah. No, this is reminding me. This is reminding me of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, but like way worse. Because like in that, the main character. Here's some motivation for you. Your whole family gets slaughtered, and your sister gets turned into a demon, and that's like some big motivation. You can understand why Tanjiro becomes a demon slayer and joins the Demon Slayer Corps. And like the Demon Slayer, you brought up that like the Mononoke are like one of the training guides or whatever. Like
Yeah.
in Demon Slayer, the guy that trains Tanjiro is a former Hashira, part of the Demon Slayer Corps. That makes sense. You get a Demon Slayer to train new Demon Slayers. Doesn't that make sense? But in this show, they have the demons train the Demon Slayers how to fight the
Yeah.
Mononoke, whatever.
And then the episode ends with, of course, it ends on uh also like we saw Sasuke with glasses,
So Uryu.
the Sasuke wannabe, the Uryu wannabe, or whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Well,
We also see his dream
if it's
next.
the rival character with glasses, that's Uryu.
Yeah. Like, and then we see his dream, like, apparently he has a brother, and we only know about this brother and apparently his brother is dead or whatever, or turned into a Mononoke. I don't know. They didn't even
Oh,
explain it well. It's some
I
kind of
guess he
dream
is like
type
Sasuke.
sequence. And then the
Yeah.
episode
Okay.
ends with, guess what? Setting up a fight as soon as the fight starts. Because now we see another dream sequence where Jiro and Rago are about to face some kind of dream monster with some of the worst CGI I've ever seen. And it's like, it's a big, giant shadow thing.
Hmm.
And I'm like, this show is so lazy. I am done with it. Like, not only is
Hmm.
it generic as hell, but
Yeah.
it is just, it doesn't know, it feels like it doesn't know how to write a plot or how to build a world. That's what it feels like.
Right. Yeah, it sounds that way. Doesn't know how to write a plot or build a world. Yeah. Wow. That's jeez. Or like build a character and like their proper motivation. Where's your motivation? Power, Dante. More power. I'm just quoting Virgil now. I need to stop.
But like,
Uh, Go ahead. Go ahead.
but yeah, like, yeah. I was originally gonna keep watching this show to see if we'll get better, but honestly, after 5 episodes, it doesn't keep getting better. I feel like it's getting worse. So I don't want to
Yeah.
watch this anymore. Like, why would I waste my time with something I obviously don't like?
Yeah. That's
Because
so valid. Yeah, I get that completely. Um, well, so is that basically rant over or?
yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
I
Right.
hate Black Torch. I feel ripped off by this show. There's my 2 cents.
Oh, well, there is one more thing I wanted to add, which is you sent a meme and you were like confused by it. You're like, what? Or like, huh? And it was this meme of like it was like an article by God knows who, some slop anime
I think it was
churning website.
comicbook.com. I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah.
comicbook.com.
Yeah, and the title was like Black Torch will fill the Jujutsu Kaisen sized hole in your heart this summer. And he was like, no, no, the fuck it won't.
It's not even. It's not even. Like, dude, and even besides that, you have other options that will fill that void. You have other manga to read. You have Kagurabachi. You have
Yeah.
stuff like Ultimate Exis Kyoshi. Like, Shit,
But
you even
also,
have like the Full Metal Alchemist creator creating Demons of the Shadow Realm that also kind of feels like Jujutsu Kaisen a little bit. You have so many options to do
I've
outside of
heard
this show.
I've heard so much of Damon's. I need to watch. I will watch it, but that's lower on the priority list. Damon's, but I've heard a lot about Damon's from Otaku's Anonymous. They talk about it like every week. I need to get started on that, but yeah, that'll come later. But yeah, also like a huge one. Like if you have a Jujutsu Kaisen sized hole in your heart, this summer, this is a great summer to have a Jujutsu Kaisen sized hole in your heart because this summer, currently airing right now, is Bleach Thousand Year Blood War Core 4. And holy hell, is it already amazing. And oh yeah, well I guess I can get started on like I'll do like a mini rant on this. Episode 2 just came out, and that was so. Episode 1 was the start of like Urahara and Yoruichi versus Askin mainly.
By the
And like
way, guys, we as we talk about, we should mention this. There will be some spoilers for everything for a lot of things we talk about, so I should have
yeah,
mentioned this before.
yes, there will be massive spoilers for basically everything, especially like Kagurabachi, Gachi Bleach, everything. We'll get into a lot of other stuff too as we go. Where was I? Yeah, so this episode it continued on from there with mainly it did Uryu and Jugram versus no Uryu versus Jugram. It continued on that fight, and then but it was Urahara like Bonkai versus Askin Volstendig, and oh my god, it was so good. Like whew, like when he used the gift ball deluxe and stuff, and like we see Urahara sweating because like the poison's getting to him and stuff, and he needs to use his Bankai, which is uh, what's it called? Benihime? No. Oh my God, I'm not a LARPer.
It's okay.
Wait, I got
I tend to forget some stuff time to time. I
I'm
do need a
walking
refresher
around.
on Bleach. I
Yeah,
do need a refresher on Bleach, to be honest.
yeah. Bankai, Benihime. No, what's it called again? Why am I forgetting? I'm blanking on this. I'm such a LARPer. Anyways, it's his Bonkai. And it's yeah, it's so good. It's so fun. Like I mean, you guys have probably seen a bunch of reviews on the episode. I won't be saying anything new. Go watch Bleach. It's really good.
I actually did saw like I haven't watched the episode yet, but I have saw clips of the of his Bonkai being unleashed. It actually does look pretty good. It does look really good. I really think
Mm.
that
Oh yeah.
honestly, I want to give this out. I haven't watched the new season yet. I have checked it out, but I've seen a lot. I've seen almost all of Thousand Year Blood War. I am currently
Mm.
trying to rewatch it to prepare myself for season 4.
Yeah.
But I think that Thousand Year Blood War as an adaptation has been amazing. I
Oh
really do
yeah.
think it's
Like
been
absolutely. Like just like the most amazing animation like ever.
it's done really well. And there's some people that don't like it and they're complaining about the animation, which it
I
proves how spoiled anime fans are. But if you don't like it, then fine. Opinions are opinions. Like everyone's entitled to their own opinion, of course. We everyone has their own taste and what they like, but for the fact that there's a lot of people who say that I've seen quite a lot of people who say that Bleach Thousand Year Blood War has like terrible animation, while even after watching like adaptations like Tower of God season 2, and yet Bleach Thousand Year Blood War. Oh, oh, oh shit.
sorry about that. I'm back. That might happen.
It's
That'll
okay, it's
happen a
okay,
few
but yeah,
times. if I leave, you can just keep
It's
going,
all right.
and then yeah,
But yeah,
go ahead. Where
but
as you
yeah,
were,
there's
as
a
you
lot
were.
of people who, but there's a lot of people who have said that Bleach Thousand Year Blood War does have some like bad animation, which again it proves how spoiled some anime fans are when it comes to animation. Like if it's not like
Big
peak
time, big time.
Sakuga or like
But
Demon
like,
Slayer
like,
types of animation, they'll complain about it. Like
but
look
like,
at some of the
there's
complaints for
like,
season 3. Look at
but
season
like, oh,
like
I
look
was
at
just gonna
JJK
say,
season 3.
oh,
There were
oh,
people
okay.
complaining about it like up the wazoo for whatever reason.
What? Who was it? But it looks amazing. I don't get it.
Yeah, it was there was people who were claiming that it was over animated, how it was not one to one with the
What?
manga, and it was just
Oh my
it was
God.
weird, man. Like again, it
I
proves how spoiled some anime fans are. Not all of them,
this
not
isn't.
all of them.
But that's not even a criticism. You're not even spoiled at that point because like the animation was gorgeous and like it. Of course, it's not going to be one to one with the manga. Like if you I said this before. I think I said this on Alan's server. If you want one to one with the manga, go read the manga. It's right there for you. Like animation is going to add a lot of. It's animation. It's supposed to flow. It's supposed to have animation. There's going to be a lot of stuff between the manga panels. Like, I really don't get this criticism. It's stupid. It's the most stupid, ridiculous. If you're complaining that your anime is animated, like, get out of my anime community. You're just a tourist. Like, get out of here. We don't need you. We don't want you. Like, oh my God,
Yeah,
over anime.
yeah, I understand that. I understand that, but yeah, like yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I really do really like Bleach Thousand Year Blood War as an adaptation. It has been
Yeah,
really good from start to finish, and I'm
yeah,
so glad that um and I'm also one thing I'm also happy about for Bleach Thousand Year Blood War is that they had Kubo come in and actually,
yes.
fix some of the plot holes they had for that the manga had.
Yes, they've been
And
fixing so much. The only complaint I really have, and this is a an actual complaint that I've seen before, which is that there have been a few cutscenes, like cut scenes here and there, but not a ton, like some, like a decent amount, more than you would want. But it comes with the territory of like the rate of adaptation they've been Maharaga, the rate of adaptation they've been going at. But that was just for the first three cores. But now that pacing has slowed down since they don't have a ton of manga left, we're starting to see that less and less, which is really good. So, but yeah, like we're seeing one of the big things is how Ichibe is going to be bringing back um the Zero Squad, which is like that was like a huge mystery in the manga, and like Camp Your Own World, the novel, they gave one answer, but it's being contradicted here clearly because if I'm not mistaken, in Camp Your Own World, the way they were brought back is like Ichibe just says their names and then the their connection to the palace through the Oken brings them back. But here he has to do this whole ritual with like he had to remake the seals, the blood oath seals, like the back one, the main one at the back. He had to remake it because there's a huge hole in it. He had to remake Senjumaru's personal seal because there's four personal seals. And then he had to. There was like a thing with like he used like a mini Taisatsu Futen Taisatsuryo. He used like a mini version of that where like he had the massive sake cup and then he had like this black like lizard like axolotl creature made of ink go around and then it went into the cup. So he's clearly doing something else, which is it's good. This is like how it actually happened because like will be the canon version because obviously Kubo was storyboarding the whole thing with this,
right, right,
and
right.
because he's even talked about how he's done more storyboarding and more like creative supervision work in this core alone than he did for the previous three cores combined. So everything here is being completely storyboarded by Kubo and with his complete creative supervision. So it's really good. Um, and yeah, it's setting up a different way for them to be revived, which is really interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I really do like it. I do think that's interesting a lot. Well,
mhm.
but yeah, I mean, and also, yeah, saying that some scenes were cut is a valid complaint. I mean, I had that complaint with some other anime adaptations before, Fire Force, season 3, but mostly because I'm a manga
I
reader for Fire Force, and
I
there
I
was
haven't gotten there
some.
yet. I do have a big Fire Force rant planned because I did just finish season 1 and season 2, so I'm really excited to talk about that.
Yeah, but I do. I'm actually, in case you guys don't know, I'm actually a pretty big Fire Force fan, a pretty big Atsushi Okubo fan in general.
Yeah, like we're both massive Soul Eater. Like I grew up on Soul Eater. I watched Soul Eater before I watched Sword Art. I think Sword Art Online and Soul Eater around the same time, but I watched it before Naruto. So
I
I grew up
I
on this shit. I grew up on Soul
actually
Eater.
I actually first watched Soul Eater when it came out on Toonami when I was in like elementary school and fell in love with it.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I watched it online.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
in the good old days. This is when like anime was like really peak back in the day.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I miss Soul Eater. Well, I mean, I'm watching Fire Force now, so and it's been really good. I watched season 1. I really enjoyed it. See, there was a lot of good setup stuff there. Okay, I gotta say though, one of my biggest complaints. I'm just gonna get right into my Fire Force rant right here. Um, there's so much gooning. Oh my God, this anime literally it
Yeah,
trips.
that's the most infamous thing that it's known for. Like one of the biggest thing you'll hear about people who criticize Fire Force, it is definitely the goon slop here.
The goonery, yeah. There's so much. There's so much of it. Like it's like the anime is literally tripping over itself. To show like mainly it's mainly Tamaki, in like season 1, a little bit of Maki Oze, and Maki's great. Like I I feel bad for her that she's in like in this show because like she's a great character. What is she doing in you know what I mean? But like, no, Maki's great, but like Tamaki just like she's like a cat girl, which is already like I love cat girls. Don't get me wrong. Like Neko girls are great, but like it's like in this environment with Okubo at the helm, it's like I don't know. And then she literally is like tripping and like she has what's it called, lucky lechery. It's like okay, like come on, what
Yeah,
lucky lechery? Okay.
so, I gotta be
But which
honest.
is like this power. Well,
Tamaki's
yeah,
definitely not a very good character, but she's not the best written. Like she's literally just written just to be a gag character, and
yeah.
like and the
Well,
problem is not that it just has goon slop. The problem with the goon slop is that sometimes it doesn't need to be in there. Like
well, that's what
the Shaman
separates
versus
Goonslop.
that's
That's
what
what
that's
separates. Oh, that's what
like
separates Goonslop from like an actually additive like good sexualization, I guess, or not good sexual. Like I don't know how to put it, but like the thing with like Goon slop is that it's slop. It doesn't really add much to the plot. Um, where it sometimes it doesn't add anything. Like there's like a whole episode. Well, episode 1 for season 2 was interesting too because it was like male. It was for the female gaze. Like it was the guys getting together and doing this whole nude calendar thing, which was technically it was mixed canon filler, and I kind of suspected it was. So after watching, I was like, wait, was this a filler episode? And I went to like fillerguide.com, and turns out it's mixed canon and filler, which is interesting. But yeah, so like they all like stripped and like which sounds which sounds worse than it was. And they show off their muscles. They do the double cobra thing. It's
It's
a big fun joke.
it's pretty much when you look at it, it's kind of like it's pretty much like a JoJo reference there.
I guess so. It must be.
Yeah.
Um, but that's good fun. And then but then the rest of season 2, we see more of like all these cool new characters. Like we see what's his face? Um,
Ogun.
Ogun. No.
Yep.
No. Shinmon, Benimaru, and Joker. They raid the main church. The what's it called? The Holy Sepulchre. No,
The Holy Soul
the
Temple, I
seat.
think. Yeah, the Holy
The
Soul
Holy
Temple,
Soul.
I think.
The seat of the temple. Yeah, they raid that place, and that's really cool. Seeing those two team up, and Joker gets revenge. Oh, there's like a whole thing with his backstory and like the white, well, not the White Claws, but like the shadows of the Holy Soul Temple, and how like we don't see it happen, but like we don't see the penetration, but like it's very much like he got raped by the guy that was torturing him. Uh, so like there's a rape scene. Um, Spoilers. And watching him kill him and get revenge for that was really good, really satisfying. And like we get to see a little bit more of like the not Edola but or Edolas, but like this higher realm that they go, like him and the captain of the first squad or the first company. They go to like this higher realm and like it burns their eyes, like one eye each. But they're like questioning if it was real. But then Joker takes a stone from it. That's like it's like a stone that's constantly emitting this weird blue fire. And like he put it in the what's his name? Captain Burns, I think. He put it in uh a jar and it still burns to this day. Burns. Um so that's really, really cool. Um but then we go to the Nether. The Nether is the underground subway system for Tokyo, uh, which is interesting, but it's been long since abandoned. Um, so I don't. I guess this takes place. This takes place essentially takes place in like a future after a massive cataclysm happens on like it's regular Earth, and then this cataclysm happens that
Yeah, it's called the
completely
Great
remodels
Cataclysm.
the Great Cataclysm that completely remodels the surface of the Earth, and then that happened 250 years ago. But for whatever reason, I don't know why, we're in solar year 198. It's weird. It's confusing. I hate it. Whatever. Um, so in this year, in solar year 198, they've abandoned this subway system, and so that's become the quote unquote Nether, which is the closest place to hell, supposedly. Although Edelas is also supposedly hell, so I don't know what's going on with all that. Uh, and then I did like there. This was actually in season 1. This was the finale, but it was Sho versus Shinra, like the two brothers fighting. That was really good. That was a
Yeah, that was a
very well animated
fantastic
fight.
fight. That was a
So
fantastic fight.
good.
I loved the choreography and the cinematography. It was really really well done. It's
I
easily
think
one of my favorite fights in anime.
oh god, yeah, and the setup for too, like the Devil's Footprints going ahead of Shinra, and like he has to follow in the footsteps of the devil, I guess, essentially, to make his way to his brother, and he finally getting to see him finally see his brother after all that time, because like the whole first season, it's like he thinks his brother is dead, but it turns out he's alive and very, 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 very powerful, very strong, like insanely strong, um, is crazy. And like he's like, oh my god, oh wait, no, he saw him earlier in that season, but this is like the second time he sees him. Um, and seeing him, he fights him. And the fight, it was one of my favorite depictions of speed because the scientist guy that was there, I'm blanking on his name. I'm usually really good at names, but for some reason I'm bad with
Victor. His name is Victor.
Victor Leaked. Victor Leaked. That's right. Thank you. He's watching them, and he literally can't see what's going on because they're going so fast. This is before the faster than light stuff. they're going so fast that all we see is their footprints as they circle around him and close in on him. And then we see the katana, like Sho's katana. It gets really close to his face, but Shinra blocks it and manages to like keep him alive. Such a good scene. And then we get more of the fight scene. It's so good. I love that fight. Um, but yeah, and then we don't see him all of season two, but he's in the intro, which is like such a tease. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
biggest
for
letdown
season
of season two.
it's fine. Like the rest of season two was good though. Like there was the raid on the laboratory, that was really fun. And then they go back to the Nether. That was really interesting. I thought it would be more of the same, but actually the second raid in the Nether was pretty different from the first. But there's more goon slop though. There's a scene where they're raiding the laboratory where with Haumea and Arrow are teamed up together, and Arrow's like this pretty lady, and that's fine and all. Or so I thought. But Okubo, he can't contain himself. So like, there's this scene where Haumea, she uses some of her electrical powers to like strip some of Arrow's clothing and like sexualizes her, like basically sexually assaults her, and it's like.
Yeah, that
He's
that that
it,
was that made me very uncomfortable when I first saw it. It
yeah,
was
and
pretty it was pretty weird. Like I really did not know why it was added, but like yeah, like
yeah,
but honestly, if you ignore all that, I think Fire Force is a really well done like battle shonen with some of the greatest world building I've ever seen. Like
yeah, really
it,
interesting. I'm excited to get there because so far
it
it's been very little story and very heavy on the goon stuff. Like there's just so much gooning, so I'm excited to get to the more world building stuff.
there
In
you
the
already I
future
think you already
seasons.
got that, but like I really do
Oh
like the story. I do think the story is well done. I do like Shinra as a protagonist a lot. But yeah, like
yes, I really like
uh
the relationship dynamic that's being built between Shinra and the show. Like I'm excited to see more of that. Um, yeah, just the oh my god, there's so much gooning, and like and like they go to train with Benimaru and Shinmon Benimaru, I'm sorry. And it's Shinra, Arthur, and Tamaki. And I was like, oh boy, Tamaki's with them. Oh geez, here we go again. Luckily, she didn't, the lucky lecture didn't activate the entire trip, which I was surprised, in Asakusa, which I was surprised by. But, and her fire powers developed too, which was really cool to see, just from like racing the two girls. So that was really cool. I'm happy for her. She's not just like goon bait. She's actually developing her powers, which is really cool.
yeah,
Is
right. This is actually where I was close to liking Tamaki a lot better.
yeah.
But later on, as I kept reading,
Oh
I
God.
didn't really like I didn't really like Tamaki that much. Like
Oh,
she kind of is like how I put this a bit like the Sakura of Fire Force a bit.
I I think I see what you mean. No, well, no, I would say Maki is more like Sakura, but because she's like the strong girl, right? Whereas Tamaki's probably more like Hinata, but like more lewd, way more lewd
Yeah, yeah,
because
I
of
can
her
see what
lucky
you're saying.
luxury. Yeah. Um. Yeah, and there was like this one episode where like this one guy who fell prey to her lechery, he wants to get revenge, and so he trains himself by gooning, literally. And I'm not kidding. He just like goons all day, like jerks off to like
Ugh.
literally like hentai, like no, to like magazines, to like lewd magazines and like porn videos, and then so that was one thing, and then he goes to fight her, but like her charms just still work on him. So then uh he goes to a bar, and there was like this really interesting Easter egg, which was that Spirit was there, and he's talking about manga, and I was like, wait, but hang on a second, why is he here? Isn't this before Soul Eater? So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe the anime added that as like an Easter egg for us Soul Eater fans, but that wasn't in the manga. I have no idea. It was weird, but like maybe I don't know. It was weird though. It was a weird Easter egg, but then he goes there to do more quote unquote training. Still doesn't work. He does more training, still doesn't work. So then he goes off into the desert to like I don't know, goon himself to death or something type shit. I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, good luck to you, buddy. And yes, I completely forgot his name. For
I
some
think his
reason,
name
it
was
didn't work.
Assault. Yeah, his name was Assault.
Assault. Yes, you're right. Assault. Wow, you're really good at names. That's so
Yeah,
great. Like,
I've really, I've watched like Fire Force and read the manga for Fire Force like so many times, so I am pretty
mm.
knowledgeable on like the characters and the story and how it works. So
Was that scene? Was that Easter egg with Spirit in the bar? Was that in the manga?
I I don't remember. It's been a while since I read since I actually like read the manga for it. Like it's been
Okay.
like 2024 since I read it.
All right. Okay. Um. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I might go back and read the manga. I'm not sure. Uh. Probably not though. But
But
because
yeah.
the anime is really good. But then at the end, there was like this weird tease where like the moon started glitching because like the moon currently is the normal moon, with a new crater in it though from the laboratory raid. But I know in Soul Eater, of course, the moon is very different. It smiles and laughs and shit, and is a lot closer to the Earth. So we see in the end of season two, we see a teaser for the like the moon starts glitching and it starts going from the normal moon to like the Soul Eater moon. So that's interesting. I guess who knows where that's going? I don't know. I
Yeah,
can only
it could
guess.
lead to something. It's gonna lead to something big. I can assure
Eh,
you that.
I actually thought I thought when the reflector guy, who I'm sure you know the name of, what I thought when he blasted that the blast when he reflected that blast up to the moon, I thought that was gonna like punch a hole into it, and that was what was gonna create the Soul Eater moon. But no, it just makes a crater, which is cool. Um, there was like this weird thing. I was thinking about this on the toilet today. There was this weird line where they're like in season two.
The way
There's,
you also said that too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was
That
thinking.
was weird.
I was genuinely. I was on the toilet and I was thinking about this. There's this line where they're like, "We're gonna turn the Earth into a second sun," and I was like, you guys do realize that like the sun is a million and like I think Okubo knows this because he's been really attention to detail hog about the science and engineering like with the explosion thing with the principal. I forget the name of the principal, but Victor mentions it by name. um I should have wrote down notes. I'm not doing I didn't write down any notes. Maybe
I
I'll
think
write
it
down notes for
was. I
today.
think you mentioned like pie. I think it was like pie.
No, Pi was with the prototype for the Amaterasu generator.
Oh yeah.
Uh
No. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. I can't. I honestly can't remember. I think I need to go back and rewatch Fire Force again to
yeah.
see what I missed because I always do that with like sometimes. Sometimes I like. I mean, I usually rewatch Fire Force from time to time because I do really like the show and I do like. And
Really?
there was a lot of details that I do tend to miss. Like I'm like that with a lot of shows or a lot of series. Like sometimes I tend to go back and reread or rewatch them to see what details I missed. Like there's been like
Yeah.
you know how many times I reread Kagurabachi just to find some details I missed? 3 times already. I
Really?
read Kagurabachi about like 3 times already.
Wow. I've reread it I think only once at best. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't reread it enough. I should reread. Kagurabachi, but
And I'm rereading Hell's Paradise right now. I'm rereading it.
How's Paradise? When you mentioned in Black Torch that the guy's father was a shinobi, I was like, a shinobi? Oh my God! So like just like what's his face from Hell's Paradise? Oh,
Gabimaru. Gabimaru.
Gabimaru. Yeah, oh, I love Gabimaru. I'm gonna go into a Hell's Paradise rant probably in the next episode. I'm gonna rewatch, maybe reread Hell's Paradise, but that'll be next episode, guys. Get ready for that. I do
Yeah,
really love Hell's Paradise. I love it so much. But
I
right
do
now,
really
I'm
love
talking
Hell's
about,
Paradise a lot too. Hell's Paradise is such a good read. It was actually
yeah,
like it was like fun fact actually. It was actually one of the first few manga I read. Like I started reading manga like around 2019. The first manga I ever read was like Bleach. Bleach was the first manga I read, and then I read Hunter x Hunter, and then I read Tokyo Ghoul, and I read Black Clover, and then after that I read JJK. Then after JJK, I read Chainsaw Man, and then I read Hell's Paradise soon after. And Hell's Paradise was a series I always really loved, even when I first read it. But recently, before season two came out, or before season two of the anime, I kind of like it. Kind of been like on the back burner of my mind for a while, and it wasn't until recently where I decided to reread the series again. And boy, it is such a good series. It is such a good read. Like I really do really like the series. Like the art is fantastic. I do really like the story, and I do really like Gabimaru as a character. Now, it is a manga I wouldn't consider is for everybody because there are definitely some detractors for it. Um, it's definitely not for everybody, but it is a manga I would definitely recommend to quite a lot of people if they want something to read. Like simply if they just want like a pretty good story or something to read on the chest. Hell's Paradise is one of the first few manga I would recommend. I think it's a really good series.
yes. I gotta say though, back to uh what's it called? Back to Fire Force. There was this scene in I think season two where Shinra asks what they're doing with his brother, and um, what's his face? The guy with the plague mask. Why can't I remember his name?
Giovanni.
Giovanni, yes,
Giovanni.
Giovanni. Giovanni's like, he was like, I don't know. I think Hameya turned him into a doll. And then we cut over to Hameya and Sho, and she turned him into a doll, and she started putting lipstick on him. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, Kubo, my God, you have gone too far. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
uh,
like I get that he like shows like Shinra when Shinra first saw him, he was like, "Oh my God, you're so cute. You're the cutest thing ever. You're like an angel." I'm like, okay, I get it, but like this was taking it too far. Jesus Christ. I feel like Okubo was gooning like he went from gooning over the female characters to now he's even gooning over the male characters. Like
mm,
Jesus. Which
yeah.
I mean, god damn. Um, yeah, that was really bad. And oh yeah, there was an arc that I forgot about, which was the city arc. What's it called? Not the Netherworld arc. No, not the Fifth Pillar. No. Ah, Hajima Industries. No. I forget. Why do I forget? Where they go to that?
Asakusa?
No, not Asakusa. Yeah, it was the Fifth Pillar arc. The Fifth
Oh, the
Pillar
Fifth
arc. That
Pillar.
reminded me. It reminded me of the in MHA there was the. It was the League of Villains versus Paranormal Liberation Front, I think it's called. That arc. This was different though. This was different. I'm also a huge MHA fan. I'm really excited to get into MHA. That'll be in a future episode as well. Doing a lot of teases for future episodes. We're
Yeah.
just like
I'm
an
not
anime. Not really.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
I'm not really the biggest MHA fan in the world. I remember watching
that's
it
fine.
first. I remember first watching it in 2019, and I think it was around like 2019 when I was first watching it, and I don't
Yeah,
know. For
that's
the
fine.
longest time, I really couldn't get into it at all.
That's fine. That's fine. You don't need to. That'll be a me thing. There's a lot of stuff like you watch Black Force. I'm not gonna watch it. There's some we won't watch every show every each other watch. Like it's
Yeah,
perfectly fine. Like
we won't read
we
every
have different
manga.
tastes.
We won't read every single manga that we recommend each other. Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people always realize that people have different opinions and people have different
Yeah.
tastes. That's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. And there are
Yeah.
some people that do tend to don't really think that way, which is weird. That but I do think that. But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I had a little bit of a brain for it there.
No, you're chilling. You're chilling. The severed universe. Yeah. Yeah. That will be a me thing. I might invite a guest on for that. I have a guest in mind for that episode. When we get to it, we'll get to it. Um, he knows who he is. Space. He's a Discord buddy of mine. Um, we'll get to that when we get to that though. Um, I'm really excited for that. Uh, big plans, big plans. But yeah, so what else? I think oh well there was like the I think I mentioned the Hajime Industries arc for Fire Force there. Nataku. Oh yeah, Nataku, Adola Link, etc. Oh yeah, the Adola Link stuff. Adola is so weird. I don't really know what's going on with Shinra's mother, Shinra and Sho's mother. That's all weird. I don't know. It's all very weird. Um, Lots of stuff is happening though. Big developments. I'm really excited for season three. I haven't started that yet, but I will be very soon. You said there was some cut stuff. I might go back and read that maybe. But I'm very excited to see what happens next. Um, yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
On to some other stuff, I think, right?
Yeah. I think we have stalled long enough. We can talk about the new Kagurabachi chapter that
Oh no, I wanted
came
to.
out.
There was some other stuff I wanted to talk about before that.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
All right then. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, there was something I wanted to bring up very briefly. Have you seen Ariana Grande?
Uh, Recently, no, I haven't been
Yeah.
following Ariana Grande at all.
Well, not follow it. Like here, I'll send you some things in DMs. This will be a very brief topic, sort of off topic, but like so last year, I saw her and she was with that her co-star. They were like dating, her co-star from the Wicked movie. I think they're still dating or something. But there was like this image
Interesting.
of her, yeah. And I think she's like I think they're like non-binary, the co-star. But anyways, Ariana Grande looks really emaciated there back there. That was like a year ago. And I was like, oh God, I hope she's doing okay. I hope she gets better.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and oh my God, I need to find it. Oh wait, okay. I'm gonna send you two images. Just just take a look at this, man. She has not gotten better. She's, if anything, gotten worse. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh
Like
boy.
like she looks like a skeleton. It's so bad. Like it's not just like anorexia. It's like and it's not just anemia. She's like dying.
Oh, poor thing. Mm.
I don't know. I don't know what they're. I don't know what's going. Yeah. I just wanted to. I just wanted to bring that up briefly. Kind of random, I know, but like she does not look good. I really hope she starts eating. You know, maybe because she's on a tour right now. She's doing a tour. maybe after the tour, she'll like I know she's gonna take a break. That's been confirmed. Maybe while she's like on vacation or doing her break, maybe she'll start eating again. Hopefully. Like,
Mm,
Jesus, holy shit. Because she's clearly not eating, and that's bad. Like,
oh
it's really
man.
bad. Oh, and
I
that
hope she
girl,
does
and
well.
she's like takes a picture with like a fan in the second image I sent, and I think she's like a 14-year-old girl. She looks way healthier than Ariana. Like Ariana looks really rough. It's it's really bad. Um, but yeah, another topic I had in mind. So we got that taken care of. Um, was which actor would you absolutely not want to take, under any circumstances, would you not want to take a punch from? For me, I had two examples. One was Chris Hemsworth, and the other was Jensen Ackles. I wouldn't want to
Um,
take a punch from them under any circumstances. What about you? Kind of random, I know,
uh,
but like,
I we went from talking about manga to actors now.
I know.
So,
We'll
oh,
go back. Yeah. I told you, it's anything that comes to mind.
yeah, the intro doesn't lie at that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's a tough one. I really don't really know much actors. I'm just gonna say probably Johnny Depp. I don't think I want to take a punch from Johnny Depp.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think I want to take a punch from him.
You know, he's missing part of his thumb, right? So probably the fist with the full thumb.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, fair enough, fair enough. Interesting. I would not have guessed Johnny Depp. Um, huh. I don't think he's all
I
that.
don't want to be cheating and say The Rock because Rock was a wrestler, so
You could say The Rock. I said Chris Hemsworth. He's big and buff and strong as heck. He's strong as Thor, and like he knows how to fight. And Jensen Ackles, same thing. So like if you want to say The Rock and one up me, that's perfectly fine.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't want to. Yeah, Dwayne the Rock Johnson is definitely someone I don't want to take a punch from either.
Yeah, the
Like
walk.
any actor that was once a professional wrestler, I don't want to take a punch from. I personally I don't want to take a punch from anybody because I am a pretty delicate flower to be honest.
You're a delicate flower.
Yeah.
That's, that's how they described Maki. That's so cute. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm also a delicate flower too. That's so fair. That's so valid. That's also insane. That's so cute. That's adorable. Um, I really appreciate that though. Uh, um, okay, there was another topic I had, and this is gonna be a bit of a long one. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I've had this rant in mind, this this One Punch Man rant in mind for a while
Oh
now.
boy.
Yes, yes, we're finally doing the One Punch Man rant. Oh, I'm so excited. So for those that don't know, I watched season one and season two of One Punch Man, and then I started reading the manga because I heard season three was animated, like not animated. It was animated so bad they just forgot the animation. So I was like, okay, I'll just start reading the manga. But at a certain point, I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. But the problems started earlier. Um, this actually began as like a Reddit post, and it was it was a guy. The post, it was, sorry, not a post. It started as a comment on a Reddit post, and the post was about MHA versus it was an MHA character versus a One Punch Man character. Um, and my response starts with, "Dude, they are incomparable writing wise. MHA is character and plot first, One Punch Man is premise and comedy first, which is fine if that's what you're looking for, but it leaves very little meat on those bones, in my opinion. And so, what I mean by premise first, for those that don't know, the author he came up with this premise for a manga, which was like we've all seen manga and anime, and even like Western stuff, comics and cartoons and stuff, where the character starts weak and then gets stronger over time as the series
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
on.
we've seen that many times.
And so he was like, well, what if they started super strong? And the problem that you run into is that it creates a lot of problems. And he didn't account for any of this. So there's a lot of sloppy writing stuff. And so you can tell that it was, and so that's what I mean by premise first, instead of like writing and character development first. Um, and then also comedy first because a lot of stuff he goes for the joke, which I actually later understood in a sort of different context, which was it was from a video that we can maybe watch sometime in a future episode. Um, and it was like an anti-power scaling video, but it was good though. It was really good, and I agree with a lot of its points, except for the I kind of go back and forth on the verse equalization point, but we can get to that when we get to that. That'll come later. Um, but what he mentioned though was this really good insight, which was that uh Saitama is invulnerable to how did he put it? He's invulnerable to combat uh situations or whatever, but he loses to mundane situations all the time. Uh, so if you look at it that way, and that's where like you remember in like the first season where like he missed his chance at getting the coupon. That was he lost the battle against the supermarket essentially, uh, and so that created like a comedy situation. That's kind of what it's getting at, or like the mosquito with Mosquito Girl. Like Mosquito Girl was strong, but mosquitoes themselves are very weak. He loses to the mosquito, but he wins against Mosquito Girl or whatever her name is. The I think it was Mosquito Girl. Um, stuff like that.
I don't really
Um,
remember much One Punch Man villains outside of just Garo, to be honest.
that's
I
fair.
stopped
That's fair.
reading One Punch Man a long time ago because like even in like arcs, even from what I've been hearing from like One Punch Man readers, from what I heard, like it has kind of fallen off a bit from like even from One Punch Man fans, and even after when I go back from hearing what's happening in One Punch Man, I'm like
Yeah,
at times I'm like say just go fight God already.
yeah. Well, I heard this theory that Saitama got his powers from God, and seems pretty true. Because, like, obviously, if you just do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every day for 3 years, and all you eat is a banana, you're not actually going to become. I don't know if you guys know this, but that won't actually make you as strong as Saitama. So, like, he
Well,
has
of
to get his
course,
powers
because
from.
it's anime. It's anime, and you know.
Well, no, even in anime, like literally Sung Jinwoo in Solo Leveling, he has the exact same training regimen, but he doesn't I mean he's super strong, but he's strong for other reasons as well. Like that training alone would not have made him as strong as Saitama. Because so Saitama, he probably got his powers up from some other source, that source being God. Uh Probably. I That's not my theory. That was a different theory I saw on YouTube. Theory I really like and really subscribe to. Uh, and I think it's interesting. And we'll see if it bears fruit in the future. But yeah, I'm not. There's still more to the rant though. Um, I showed like a panel from uh My Hero Academia, and I said this is by no means the only panel like this. It was the panel where Shigaraki is smiling, very
Yeah, I seen that
creepy.
panel.
Yeah, that panel. I think I sent it to you. Um, it's a great panel. It's very creepy. And I said comparatively tame by later chapters. Then I quoted them again, and then I said, uh, it kind of never develops past its premise. Again, talking about the premise, it still feels slopped together. Granted, I only got to chapter 91, so that's a little bit past season 2. At least the main character doesn't develop much. I know that's kind of the point, but unfortunately, that's also kinda a huge problem, right? If you don't develop your main character, there's that's a problem because like the whole point of following a character is that you grow with them, right? You watch as they develop. But if
Yeah.
Saitama basically doesn't develop, he becomes a boring nothing character. And I guess that's also kind of the point, but again, that's a huge pro if you're like me, I I have a thing where I like characters that develop. I like character development. I like
Yeah,
watching a
same
character
here.
grow. Yeah, I think everyone does. But the writer for One Punch Man, he forgot this for the main character. And Saitama's the worst. I actually literally hate him. He's such a and he ruined power scaling too. Because now
This is why I tell people that I prefer Mob Psycho more than One Punch Man. To be
yeah,
honest with you, I prefer one Mob Psycho a lot better when it comes to like one's works because Mob actually does grow as a character, and we see like his development go through like all 3 seasons, and like Saitama is like yeah, Saitama barely goes through a character arc that much. Like even like recently, I observed people like sometimes they barely even like show Saitama a lot. They just focus on the side characters and something like that. Like it's been a while since I read One Punch
yeah,
Man, and I have no plans personally to read
yeah.
One Punch Man again. I'm sorry to all One Punch Man fans out there.
I'm not.
I One Punch Man is not my doesn't really grab me. It never really did. I mean,
Same.
I actually did enjoy season 1 a bit. I thought season 1 was like really well animated. I do like the fight scenes, and I did thought it was pretty
Yes,
funny.
yes,
But
I
season
agree.
2 is when I watched season 2, like that was when I started to lose interest like a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree fully. Season one, like it was you heard of the saying carried by animation. I would say that's One Punch Man to a T because there is no writing. And so when season 3 came out and the animation sucked, it really it like a better show with better writing that you can kind of look past that. Like there are certain seasons in like Bleach, for example, that aren't super well animated. But like the writing is still good, so you can still watch it. And like the animation's never so bad that like it's unwatchable.
Right,
Uh,
right.
but it just kind of it just goes from like good to mid, and then there are certain other seasons that are like amazing. Um, right, but for One Punch Man, it highlights the and this is my big criticism with it is there's like no writing, and like you can't follow a story with terrible animation if it doesn't have a good story, and it doesn't. It's just slop. Every chapter it's the same shit. I'm labored, monster or threat, and that's like I'm quote like I put that in quotes like Saitama's like I'm labored. And then a monster or threat appears with name and threat level prominently displayed, which is a whole separate issue I have with the series. Uh, and I said in the post that I won't get into that, but I'm going to rant. I might as well get into that. If you put the name and the threat level of your new threat or new villain on screen, there's no mystery there. Like we don't get to find out their name. We don't get to like learn how strong they are through the fighting.
Right,
It's
right.
just it's just spoiled for us. Like this is not how you do a shonen. Like it forgets all the shonen stuff. Like
One Punch Man's actually a seinen. Actually, it was published in a seinen manga, a seinen magazine.
well, okay, well, sure, but there's nothing about it that like because shonen. That's what as far as I know, shonen just means like for teenagers, right?
Yeah,
Or young
shonen means
boys.
like one boy. Yeah.
Young, yeah, young boy. There's nothing in there that like a young boy wouldn't like. It's suitable for children. Like it's very much fine for children. Like it might have been published in a seinen magazine, but like it's basically shonen. Um, in my opinion, I don't know. Maybe if you ask a Japanese person, maybe they would say, "Oh, it's definitely seinen for sure." I don't know why. Like it's just it happens to be published by a seinen magazine, but like it's clearly shonen. But whatever. I guess not. Whatever. Maybe that's how they're able to get away with stuff like this. But like I don't know. It just even still like it has a lot of shonen tropes. It's very much it feels like a shonen battle manga. Um, but like it does the thing like you don't get to learn the villain or threat's backstory or not the backstory, but you don't get to learn their name as you fight them or their threat level as you fight them. It's all prominently displayed, which is like ugh. It's just could you imagine if any other series did like sometimes they'll do it, but like they'll do it in like a cool way.
I
Like
think
sometimes
Undead
Louis,
Unluck did it a little bit. I
yeah.
can't remember, but
It's
they
usually
didn't do
once
it
we
much.
it's usually once we learn their like you earn the we once you learn their character once you learn their name through like earning it it has to be earned but here it's just as soon as they show up name and threat level um so and then some heroes step in and they fight it they struggle a great amount and think they won but the monster or threat or whatever either transforms or does something to revive itself. The heroes all lose hope. Saitama walks in, ends it in at least one punch. He's at least one punch man, and doesn't get the credit. And Saitama's like, "Oh shit, I forgot to wipe my ass. Now there's poo poo everywhere." Uh,
Ew.
I literally wrote that. Because like that's the joke. That's the level of joke that like that's the joke. Like yeah. And then everyone goes back
That's
to yeah. I'm sorry if that was crude, but like come on, it's One Punch Man. I'm not really far off. Like that's around the joke level. Uh okay, it's not. I was crude. But still, you get the point. It's like a stupid dumb joke that he throws out there and like everyone goes back to and then everyone goes back to Saitama's apartment for some reason. Mini arc ends, rinse and repeat. And that was another problem I had though. Uh, everyone like starts piling into Saitama's apartment by season two, which is like so weird because like when Fubuki shows up and she's like, I want to hang out with you guys, I guess. I was like, okay, well maybe she'll just be there for like an hour or so and then get bored and leave. But no, she like kind of moves in there, and I feel like at some point she's like, "Why am I even here?" As she's like watching them do bullshit or whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, Fubuki, great question. Why are you still here?" Because like she has a house. She's very wealthy. She owns a home, like a big one, with Tatsumaki. So like why go back home, lady? I don't. Why are you here in this cramped apartment with all these smelly dudes? Go back to your home. Why are you here? And like, and then the scientist guy shows up, and it's like, why are you here? All of your lab equipment is back at your lab. Like, pick up Genos and then bring him back. But no, they have like the hot pot there, and I'm like, isn't there like shit going on? Aren't the monsters attacking? And then like you cut to another scene as they're eating hot pot and like yeah, another city's being attacked by a group of monsters. So like what is going on here? It's literally like I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so bad. Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah, like this is kind of why I tell
oh
people I'm
shit.
not really that interested in One Punch Man. Like
Yeah,
literally, I when I watched the second season and read bits and pieces of the manga,
yeah,
I did kind of just lose interest because like it
yeah,
really, in my opinion, it really does feel like its main focus is the fights, and people say that a lot about other manga. Like they say that a
Yeah.
lot about JJK at some
Mm.
cases,
Yeah. Which is kind
but
of
like
valid.
with something like One Punch Man, it feels like that in my opinion, One Punch Man was fights first, story second, and
I have
that's really
I
what
have
it
a
was.
I have a word for this. Do you want to hear the word for this?
Yeah.
And Sakamoto Days is another wonderful example of this. I call it fight slop. It's fight slop.
Oh yeah, Sakamoto Days fell off hard. I
Yeah.
really, really do not like its final arc. Like I was
Yeah.
really liking Sakamoto Days a lot. Like Sakamoto Days was like one of the fastest binge reads ever. Like the first couple arcs were really good, but after the
Really.
prison arc, it got worse. Like the manga like right now is like really bad, and it's on its final arc, which
Yep.
honestly I personally, with how the rate it's going right now, do not see the series ending well, like at all. The ending, it's
Probably.
gonna have a very messy ending. Like I really
Yeah.
really do not like what's going on in Sakamoto Days at all, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think anyone does. But like honestly, from what I've heard, it seems like it kind of deserves it because it's been nothing but just fight slop. Like it's just everything. It's carried by the fights. But not in a cool choreography way, in like a fight slop way.
Yeah,
From what I can tell,
right.
I watched season one for Sakamoto Days. Um, but
Uh, the anime
it's
is
I
kind of mid. It is kind of mid. It doesn't. It's not a. I didn't. It's not as good as how like the manga was before it kind of fell off. But like the anime, it was just very mid. Like
yeah,
the choreography just in the anime just wasn't really like
I liked
really
it.
that good.
I did like what I saw from season one. I'm not sure if I finished it, but like I didn't really have any problems with it. Like I thought the choreography was fine. I just heard so many bad things about the manga that I was like, okay, I don't really want to get invested in this garbage. Um, so
It's
that
like how
pretty
I'm.
much ended.
It's like how I am with Donadon right now. Like I kind of
Yeah.
I dropped Donadon recently. I might pick it back up recently, but I really also really liked Donadon as well. Like Donadon was like one of
Mhm.
my favorite like mangas that I've read. Also, I also read Donadon the same time I read Sakamoto Days, by the way. And
Mm.
Donadon was like a really fun read. But recently, a lot of people have commented about Donadon like not being very good right now. Like a lot of people have commented on how Dawn to Dawn has fallen off recently, and I kind of see it now because like we have been almost a full year on the same plot line that Yokonobu Tatsu has set up. Like we're still on the whole Momo. I might spoil this right now. We're still on the whole Momo amnesia plot line, and it's been kind of just going nowhere. It really doesn't really. It really just feels like that recently that it's more trying to focus on lore when Dawn to Dawn really wasn't that series. It was a very fast paced and very bizarre series. It was more like something like Mob Psycho and JoJo or Fooly Cooly in a way.
I was
And
gonna
now
s-
it's like,
I, I was gonna say Don to Don's Bizarre Adventure.
but now it's like, and now it's like, and
Yeah,
now from what I've been hearing, it's just what is Dawn to Dawn even about anymore? It really it
I have
doesn't
no
like
idea.
it really doesn't pick a lane, and it's sad to see that both Sakamoto Days and Dawn have now been like infamous of like two manga that fallen off. I mean, manga got infamous for being had this problem. Like people have like commented a lot about shonen manga a lot over the past couple of years. Like they said that about like My Hero, JJK, Chainsaw Man, Black Clover, like all those series. They say they've fallen off, but like
Yeah.
here right now, it's like it, like those are like the biggest two ones I hear that have fallen off the most when it comes to
Yeah,
like manga readers. And
Sakamoto Days and Dandadan. Yeah, I hear the same thing. Yeah.
like and it's funny because before, like when I first started reading them, they were like beloved, like they were like manga that everyone was like
Oh
saying
yeah.
you must read these series. Now recently they're like the most clowned on and most criticized manga currently ongoing, and it's just like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah, like Dandadan, the Sakamoto Days, and One Punch Man, they were like manga royalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Blue Lock too. Blue Lock,
Oh
I
yeah,
need to go
big
back and
one.
read Blue Lock. I need to go back and read Blue Lock, but like Blue Lock was another one that was considered like peak. Like everyone was telling me to go read, and then like season 2 of the anime came out or something,
I remember.
or that I heard it kind of falling off, or how like
Yeah.
how every single like game when you read it weekly drags on. And now even just like Don and Sakamoto Days, it's also kind of like clowned on a lot because like a lot of people commented on how it doesn't really take soccer seriously, which honestly it was actually the point of Blue Lock. It was the appeal back then. Like back then, like the appeal of Blue Lock was it didn't really take soccer too seriously, but like, well, actually, the characters take soccer way too seriously from what I hear. Have you seen the memes? Like, if you've seen the
Mhm.
memes, you know, like, how they were. That you just go, like, dude, it's just soccer, or, dude, just pass the ball, bro, or,
Just pass the ball, bro.
yeah, because you just, in Blue Lock, you just see these, like, random-ass panels of, like, characters just aura farming and treating it like it's a battle shonen, and, like, dude, I thought that was like the original appeal of it, and that was
Yeah.
the reason why I was clowned on.
Yeah.
Like, dude, but I thought it was like the anime when people clowned on it, because when the anime for season 2 came out, everyone was clowning on it because of the animation. Because it, boy, if you've seen like clips of Blue Lock season 2, it
Oh
looks
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Yeah, I seen that before. Yeah, where like the animation was super terrible. It's kind of like what's it called? Seven Deadly Frames level, or like One Punch
Yeah,
Man season 3 levels of bad.
dude, like you had so many people calling it frame lock. It is just, it was, bro, it was
Frame
sad,
law.
but like,
Yeah,
just
that is really sad. There was this really cool other soccer anime, or not anime, manga that I was reading called Embers. Uh,
yeah, that was made. That was, I think,
is
made
it still
by
going? It is
someone
still
who
going.
were. No, that got canceled. That got
Oh,
axed.
did it get canceled?
Yeah, I got axed.
Oh, okay. Well, it was good. I think I read the first 15 chapters, and there's 20. It says publishing on the manga website I use, so we might see another chapter. Um,
Last time I
maybe.
checked, it was canceled.
Yeah. But I was really hopeful for that one. I don't know why I stopped watch or reading. Like it is good. Um, yeah, I think it was like one of the editors from Blue Lock
Yeah, I was
started.
gonna say it was. I'm pretty sure it was from the editors of Blue Lock.
Yeah, and they started it with like an artist, like a really good artist, for to make that one, and it is really good.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't done my One Punch Man rant though. Okay, so I'll yeah, I made all those points and stuff. Rinse and repeat. Now I know what you're gonna say. That's an oversimplification. But I could do the same with MHA. Because remember this was originally MHA versus One Punch Man. Um, but well, no, you really couldn't say the same about MHA because MHA really does care about the characters and like developing them, and like it cares about the plot and stuff and everything, and it doesn't just do stupid silly jokes for the sake of it. Like you can't say the same
I
thing.
mean, sometimes it does. Like I've if you've
It,
seen some of the humor in
it
MHA.
yes, it does have comic relief, certainly, like Mirio, for example, with his like Peaches gag. But like that's not like the main character, and that's not like the point of it. So
Yeah, the main point of it was that it's a battle shonen. It was always meant to be a
well,
battle shonen.
well, I mean, the main point for My Hero Academia was like it's the story of how, well, it was originally supposed to be the story of how like Deku becomes the world's greatest hero, but then he becomes a teacher. Whatever. Okay. I could go on a whole rant about that, but that's gonna be in a separate thing. I don't want to get into that.
That'll be
Yeah.
that'll be on a later date.
Later date. Later date. I do love MHA though. And it certainly is way better than fucking One Punch Man. Ugh. Anyways, well, look, I don't care. It doesn't interest me at all. Not to mention the dialogue really sucks. I mean, yeah, and so for that, that was the dialogue really sucks for One Punch Man. We're back to One Punch Man now. I mean, like how Phoenix Man was written, and Garo too, especially Garo's relationship with that little kid, the little kid. I think he had like the butt chin. Um, and and just like that was honestly kind of fine. Like I don't know why I said that there, because like when I think about it, like his relationship with that kid was it was decent. Maybe something happens later in season two that I'm forgetting that like irked me. I can't remember though. Um, but yeah, like the overall though, like just I kind of fucking hate it, man. And then, but there was something else that I wanted to say about One Punch Man, which is that it's not even really a superhero parody, if you think about it, because all the superhero stuff is played straight. It's actually more so a, well, again, the premise is what if the main character started the series at his strongest, um, and the author himself said as much in an interview, making reference to other Battle Shonen protagonists. So I guess it's a parody of Battle Shonen in general, sort of. But Saitama himself is a direct parody of Anpanman, who is like this Japanese children's mascot character.
Oh,
Um,
I think I've heard about that.
I think he's a superhero, but I don't know for sure what he is. But that's what Saitama is parodying is that guy, not like the superhero genre. Because again, all the superhero stuff it takes very seriously. Like the threats are very serious and everything. It's not parodying superhero stuff. It's a parody of Anpan Man, but the other stuff it all takes very seriously. Um, but yeah, that's kind of basically the end of the One Punch Man rant. I think for now, I might do more stuff on that later if anything comes to mind. Like, I mean, in future episodes, because like, oh wait, actually, there was more. I did have another part to it. Hang on. I also just hate how monster. Yeah. So there was something else I hate about One Punch Man. I hate how monsters are born in One Punch Man. Like in One Punch Man,
Really?
you can oh yeah, it sucks. You can basically like wake up one day and if there's enough hate in your heart or whatever, you become a monster. And it's like, and I made like a parody of it. I was like, whoops, I ate too much spaghetti. Now I'm noodle freak. Rah. But then a new mechanic pops it. That was like a parody of like how like spaghetti freak, you know what, noodle freak. That's how like monsters are born. But then a new mechanic is introduced that seemingly that seemed pretty promising, which was called monster cells. So you eat a clump of monster cells and that turns you into a monster. Okay, I thought that could solve the issue. But then Orochi is introduced, and I was like, oh, perfect. Obviously, he produces the monster cells since he's like the first monster or whatever. And his cells are unique because only they can turn people into monsters or something type shit. Lying. But no, it turns out he's just an experiment of Gyoros. This completely ruined it for me. And it appears the old way of becoming a monster is still present. and that really like you have like the old way and the monster cells way. So like you can just like God only knows how there are still humans in One Punch Man. If becoming a monster is this easy.
Right,
Like
right.
you can like slip and fall and become a monster, it seems. Um, so what rubs me the wrong way about this is that there's nothing mechanically stopping a hero from waking up one day and suddenly becoming a monster. Monsters should be everywhere. Like, how isn't Pig God a monster, by the way? Like, remember that guy who ate too much lobster and became
Uh,
Lobster Man? How
yeah, dude.
how isn't Pig God one of those yet? And even and how is he even an S class hero? I swear he can rapidly burn calories produced very. Oh yeah, if he can. Oh yeah, I was like, I swear if he can rapidly burn calories to produce vast amounts of energy, I'm gonna crash out. That's the only reason I haven't checked the wiki yet. He's just obese. This isn't a superhero. That's an eating disorder. Um. So yeah, I hate it so much. It's so bad. You were gonna say something?
Yeah, yeah, I I don't have anything to add on One Punch Man. I have nothing to comment on it. I have
Yeah.
read. I stopped reading it a long time ago, as I mentioned, because I just stopped caring because it was just. It's a
Yeah.
series that really just gets repetitive over the more you look at it. It's like it's
Yeah.
always the same thing that always happens. Like
Yeah.
there's always like a big threat going on, like a big giant monster
Hmm.
and stuff like that, and they got to find a way to defeat it. Like, granted,
Yeah.
One Punch Man, I personally read like worse manga than One Punch Man. Like, example that does that worse, in my opinion, was possibly Kaiju number 8. Like, Kaiju number 8's
Really?
like, yeah, Kaiju number 8's really fucking bad. If you want
Wow.
like One Punch Man done even worse or even more boring, then Kaiju number 8 is your best bet, and it makes it even worse. And it makes it even worse. Kaiju number 8 is ending, and One Punch Man apparently is still ongoing. So, oh
Yeah.
boy,
That's surprising. I mean, it's not like I heard a lot of good things about Kaiju number 8, but I haven't heard a lot of bad things. So I didn't know it was actually that
I
bad.
mean, there's few people that like Kaiju number 8, but I've seen a lot of people that really don't like Kaiju number 8. And most people who have that you've talked to and you never read Kaiju number 8 before will literally tell you that they're like Kaiju number 8's a manga, especially around in like a few communities I'm in, is a
Mm.
series that I hear nothing but just negative things about. And as someone who
Yeah.
actually read the entire manga, I understand why.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but um yeah, I'm the it's interesting that we're like the exact same way about One Punch Man. We're like we watched season one and liked it, and then season two, and kind of thought it was sort of interesting, and then started reading the manga and was just like checked out because it was the same shit over and over again, super boring, predictable, and just actually slop. Um, it's just there's not I don't know how it's it's just like power scaling slop, really. Like that's the only reason people like it. I think is just that like oh my God, power scaling. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah, I could see what
there's
you mean.
there's no good writing though. Like, there's nothing there. Like, Saitama's whole gimmick is that he's bored, but like that's such a boring main character. Like, I don't want to watch a bored guy being bored all the time and just and doing the same shit over and over again. Like, that's fucking bored. I'm sorry to tell you this, One Punch Man author, sir. You created the world's most boring fight slot. Like you managed to make fighting boring. That's like congratulations, I guess.
And this is why when I say when it comes to one's works, me and a lot of other people would say they always prefer Mob Psycho over One Punch Man.
Yeah, Mob Psycho. And then I saw he's I think he's making another manga though. That's more of like
I
a
haven't read it
like
yet.
It's like a horror something or other, horror adjacent, I think. One
No, I
Punch
think that
Man.
was. I think that's My Hero Academia because I heard Horikoshi is the one making a horror run shot recently.
No, no, that he is doing that, but the author one. Okay, let me see other manga. Let me see. Um, Tomoshiro. I didn't know he had an actual name, Tomoshiro. So One Punch Man. Bug Ego. That was the other one, Bug Ego. Um, it seemed that one seems somewhat interesting. Um, how many chapters is that? It's also, as I said, it seems to be horror. Maybe not a horror manga, but like horror adjacent. 22 chapters so far. Motoko Hitsuji transfers to a new high school and meets a strange classmate named Takehiro Kokudo. Kokudo introduces him to bugs, a variety of phenomenon that produce certain outcomes only if specific sequential actions are performed. The phenomena can range from bird droppings appearing on a sidewalk after pressing a certain combination of vending machine buttons to being able to lift weights beyond one's normal physical limits. Gradually, Hitsuji and Kokudo's friendship grows as they take advantage of the handy and sometimes outrageous conditions to activate bugs that transcend the laws of science and humanity. Following Kokudo's footsteps, Hitsuji becomes addicted to triggering these anomalies, but when he discovers a bizarre set of conditions required for a ridiculous bug that can change his future, his curiosity may have serious consequences. And that was written by Mal Rewrite. Interesting. Interesting. This one seems very interesting, actually. And
I might read that.
I think one is the author and the artist. Like I swear like what or which I should call him by his actual name. What was it? Tomohiro. Um I think he is like a decent manga artist. It's just that he doesn't give a fuck about you can tell this man doesn't give a fuck about One Punch Man. Like we don't care about it and neither does he.
I really think he's been like doing it. He's like doing it for like almost a decade now.
Yeah, yeah, but he's on autopilot with that shit because like the art for the web comic which he's doing himself, it sucks ass. Like it's just actually garbage. It's not even manga. They don't, and it's literally not even manga. It's a web comic. It's not manga. Um, because so like I think he's just shitting it out because like he started it and he's got to finish it. But he doesn't give a shit about One Punch Man. Like there's no way this man cares about this shit. Like he's shitting it out. Because I know he's a decent artist.
I will
Uh,
definitely say this though. The one thing I really do like about One Punch Man, and a lot of people like about One Punch Man, is the paneling. Like Yusuke Murata, I think that's his name. Like Yusuke
yeah,
Murata,
yeah.
really good artist. He's amazing. Like if you've
He's
seen like panels from One Punch Man, it is really good.
he's such a fantastic artist. I'm not sure if you saw it. He made like an animated short, like One Punch Man animated short, and it was really good. And that was all
Yeah,
him. Like he did the horror.
he's
He's
really
he's
talented.
yeah,
There's a reason why he's considered one of the best in the industry for a reason. He is a really fucking good artist.
yeah. I don't
And
know. Like I hate that his talents are being wasted on such a garbage ass manga as One Punch Man, but like he is a fantastic illustrator. Like Yusuke Murata, the GOAT. Um, yeah, there was just one panel. Man, there was just one panel that I saw from One Punch Man that looked absolute. I think it was Genos or something. It was just so fantastic, from the manga. He's so good. He's actually such a good artist. Um, but yeah, Horikoshi is also interestingly enough, he's doing a horror manga. And that seemed pretty interesting. I don't think Bug Ego is horror. I think it has like maybe some horror-ish elements, but I don't think it's horror. But the thing that Horikoshi is doing, the author for or the mangaka for My Hero Academia, he is doing a horror manga, and it seems really interesting. And I am excited to read it, and I will be reading it when that drops because I'm bloody excited for that shit.
Uh, I'm not even like a huge My Hero fan, but from what I've been heard from the one shot or that he's making, I am kind of interested. Like horror is my favorite genre, to be honest. Like it is one of my favorite genres. I
Right.
do love horror,
Interesting.
and I
Yeah.
always do like horror manga. Like some of my favorites manga tend to be horror. Like Tokyo Ghoul, that is granted Tokyo Ghoul is more psychological, but it does have a lot of horror elements in there. And same with Chosen X as
hmm
well. I do really like horror,
hmm
and
Yeah.
uh, and honestly, Horikoshi's new one shot definitely sounds like it's up my alley.
Wait, let me. Kohei Horikoshi. New manga. What is it called? Don't laugh, Shijima-san. Let me see if I can find this. Don't laugh.
Like
Shijima.
I've seen like the promo art for it, and it does look pretty good.
I haven't seen anything from it. Is it on Shonen Jump?
I don't think it has released yet. I don't think I saw it on like Manga
Kohei
Plus at
Horikoshi
all.
is returning with a new 61-page horror one-shot manga titled Don't Laugh, Shijima-san. It is scheduled to release August 10th. August 10th, 2026. Okay, gotcha. It hasn't released yet, but it will. I'm really excited for that. Yeah, I'm super duper excited. It's gonna be
All
really
right.
good. Yeah.
Now,
I think it's finally time. Well, I did have a few more topics, but
enough
enough
time
time
has
has passed.
passed.
Enough time has passed. We can discuss the other topics in the next episode. I I I need to read. We're gonna read. I'm gonna read Kagurabachi chapter 127 live now. Uh, um, Amity over here. He already read it. He's not gonna spoil me. I'm really excited.
This will be
So
like this is like the pilot episode, the one with the pretty shitty audio, the very shitty audio to be fact, where my audio was like always cutting out constantly. He was reading
it wasn't too bad.
yeah, he was reading
Yeah, I
Gachi
read
Akuta live,
Gotcha Akuta.
and
Yeah,
yeah, this is the same. This is gonna be the same thing here, and
I guess.
we're gonna see how it is. We're gonna see how it is, and we're just gonna discuss about it, and then end the episode here. We're
Yeah.
saving the best for last.
Yes. I am really super excited. Um, Probably not going to do a live manga read every week. Well, we might,
Yeah,
but
definitely
I
not.
don't.
Not
Probably
every
not.
week. Not every
No.
week.
But uh, enjoy it. Enjoy the little treat while you guys can. I'm so excited. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Um, Page one, we have a milk carton and a little candle and a guy, and he's walking towards Chiaki and Kunishige. And he looks rather scary. And it says here, an unsettling presence appears, dot 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 question mark. Appearing out of nowhere like that, screaming and swinging his katana like a madman. Shiba swooped in, or Shiba showed up soon after and beat the crap out of him. Yippee! We do love the goat Shiba. He said, I just happened to be
yeah, I
nearby,
love
but
Shiba, even though I
yeah.
sometimes do slander him at times.
He is a fraud, yes, but we love Shiba. No, I'm kidding. He's not a fraud. Sort of. I don't know. He said I just happened to be nearby, but had a feeling it was a lie. Yeah, he was spying on Chiaki for sure. Because this is what he said right after. This is Isayama Roku's house, ain't it, pal? You've got my money, don't you? Don't ya? You're that man's son after all, ain't ya? How do you end up like this out of nowhere? Uh, I ain't got the slightest clue what you're babbling about. No, we definitely had money because Dad left behind a fortune. Oh, because he was the blacksmith. So I guess he sold a lot of katana to make so much
Yeah,
money. I never
yeah.
had to worry about money. Hey, Chiaki, are you hurt? I'll be fine. You're bleeding. It's just a scratch, nothing more. Oh no, the our precious little angel Chiaki.
Yeah,
No,
poor Chiaki. But yeah,
no, not Chiaki. No. I feel like she's
no.
my little sister now.
Yeah,
No,
poor
I'm just kidding.
Chiaki. Poor Chiaki.
And I was more, and I was more than certain that I had heard of Isayama Roku before, once or twice before. You become a great swordsmith. After all, it was the name I truly respected, since it was my father's famed name as a swordsmith. Oh, that was his father's name. Okay. I thought it was Rokuhira. I guess it was Roku. Roku became Rokuhira. Sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
wait, that katana. I didn't even need to check the inscriptions. All of my body and soul knew that sword was Dad's work. Oh no! That man had been one of that had been one of Dad's customers. Dad, looking back, he used to sell those low-grade swords to scrap dealers and people like them. Oh my God. And then there's me, someone who got to live comfortably off that blood money. I'm okay. It's okay. Chapter 127, Smelting Part 2. Here we go. All the chemical reactions occurring. That was really good. He's so good. I love this guy. Hokuzono, he's the GOAT. Takiro Hokuzono, he's so good. I love Hokuzono. I love him.
Side note, the paneling in this chapter is amazing, per usual.
Well, it's always amazing. That's nothing new here. Nothing new out of the Hokuzono stuff. All the chemical reactions occurring inside the furnace are reflected by the flames. That's actually true. Like flames take on different colors depending
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely,
by
yeah.
judging their color, size, and shape, one can determine the precise amount of time and timing needed for the iron, sand, and charcoal, as well as the required airflow. This is so good. It's so scientific. I love it. It's so good. Rokuhira, you sure this is fine? 38 hours have passed since we started. Yeah. And he's sweating and drinking water. Even the slightest aberration. I can't believe this guy is still here watching. That's crazy. Even the slightest aberration with the Datsenseki will result in lethal consequences. But for now, we're in the clear. His focus sure is intense. But from here on out, it's do or die. Oh, we're taming the gods. We're taming the gods. The furnace is approaching
Yep.
1400. Yeah, yeah. The furnace is approaching 1400 degrees Celsius. This is where the descent begins. Oh boy, descent. The second half of Tatara. Right, Tatara. That's what it's called. I think last episode I completely forgot that the Japanese forge is called Tatara. I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. Anyways,
No,
I'm
you're
such
not.
a
No, you're
fraud.
good.
I truly am a LARPer. LARP Flash. Okay.
LARP
Uh,
alert.
yeah. To make a lump of steel formed inside the furnace grow in size, you need to continuously add iron ore and increase the airflow. Yep, yep, yep. As the number of Dakinseki exposed to the fire increases, over the next few hours, the reactions inside the furnace will reach its apex. It's been almost 2 full days. Yeah, almost 2 full days, including 38 hours, 38 years. Oh my God, Hokuzono, you devil, you.
you, you
You
fantastic fish, you.
No, it was 38 months. Okay. It's been almost 2 full days, including the time used for preparations. He hasn't slept a second of it. His limit must be approaching. The act of observing the heat remains the same, yet now, more than ever before, the flames. You can't miss it. Not even the slightest thing. I love the flames. Oh, the fire. Oh my God, it's it's so big and powerful. It's such a big and strong fire. Chiaki, only by risking my life for you does my life finally find its meaning. Whoosh. So there we have it, huh? In a time like this? No, if anything, it's all thanks to Hasumi. buying us this much time as you did. So Shiba's out there. Fighting will be pointless. If we fight here, it'll only bother his concentration and increase our chances of failure. Wow, he sure flips sides fast, huh? We need to convince them. If we can show that we've made it this far without problems, then surely even the Sorcery Bureau will list. I like your thinking, but the handover of the princess has long since been a done deal. As long as the Bureau stay away from harm's way, it's all they need to. I just realized something, but I'll get into that after the chapter's done. But
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you my
save it till
realization.
we're done.
Yes, it's all they need to worry about until the trade-off, and because of that, they have two options: trust for Rokuhira's reckless plan to succeed, or put out the fire and halt productions completely. Joji's worried. Unless talking to a lunatic, you'd always choose the latter. Shiba, huh? You knew we were coming and headed towards an open space. You have brains, I'll give you that. Hmm. But oh well, even the rain has the ability to wash us away. Oh, he's been sealed. No! Is this Sumi? I heard they were able to hide their presence, but to this degree? So they've used sorcery on you to sustain all the wounds you took home with Hiroshima, is that so? But such a one-time recovery seal is easy to tear out. Oh God, she's undoing the seal. Oh shit. I'll make sure you return home in real rough shape. See, if we let you go wild, there's no guarantee this mission would succeed. The man you're rooting for, Rokuhira, I looked into his background, and he's the most average as they come. The fate of a country is much too heavy for him. Wouldn't you agree? Shiva's breathing heavy. Rokuhira's in the kitchen. He's cooking. It's a pipe that feeds air into the furnace. Without this hero, a fire cannot be maintained. It's what most call the heart of the Tatara smelting process. Let us begin. Okay? They're inside. Masumi! Oh God. They're grabbing the blades. He's fighting. Oh, he's got the. Oh yeah, his clone sorcery. This is perfect. Hmm. Rokuhira, don't you dare take your gaze off that flame. We can't let the fire go out. Subaru taking a battle stance. Chapter 127. And oh my God, that was so
Banger
good. I love
chapter.
Hokuzono.
Banger chapter. Yeah, Hokazono, you fantastic fish, you. I'm quoting
Yeah,
Megamon here. You
he's such a sly fox. Yeah, he's so good.
just such. This is such a good chapter. I already knew this chapter was a banger when I was seeing that when I've seen videos from other Kagurabachi content creators make videos about it. After seeing the thumbnail, I didn't watch them yet because I didn't read the chapter until before we started the stream. But I saw no ops thumbnail and even the Hishaku hideout thumbnail and even the fake weeb. Oh yeah, he returned. In case you didn't know, I'm making Kagurabachi content, and I was like, dude, this is just so good. Like Subaru, oh my god, Subaru in that panel just looks
Shiba,
so good. Just
Kunishige. Yeah.
and
Even
honestly, and
Joji. How is Joji? Joji's still here. He's taking notes and shit. I don't know. The man is like an underrated goat, I guess.
like yeah, he really is. Like Joji really is at this
How do
point.
I remember his name? I don't know. Don't ask.
Dude,
Okay. Now, do you want to hear my realization?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, my realization. I don't know how I didn't pick up on this until just now, but I think what Hokuzono is doing here. he's making it pretty clear that the reason Akemura wants to slaughter all of Shokoku is because they took his sister away. Obviously,
Yeah, that's the obvious thing. Like, yeah,
but I didn't realize that until now. Like it's long since been a done deal. That made me realize, of course, they're like them taking away his sister. Like, yeah, like that's the whole reason. Like he's been training his whole life so that he could protect her, and now because of course they failed the Hiroshima talks. Now that's all being. Now he needs to get revenge. So like I don't know if they do whether I don't know if he takes if he slaughters them all and basically destroys Shikoku because they actually managed to take her away or just because of the threat. I can't I'm not that much of a soothsayer, but what I will say is that either way, that's why he did what he did on Shikoku. And I do honestly understand that because I do have a younger sister. And even though our relationship isn't great, I would still I would I would I would probably do the same. I'd do the same as Nakamura. Because
yeah.
and for my older brother too, like when you have siblings, like you would do anything for them. If you're tight like that. Um so yeah, I do get it. Like I think that's I don't know why I didn't realize that until just now, but yeah, that's got to be the whole reason that he did that is because they took away Chiaki.
Well,
Uh,
a lot of people knew that. Like, it's the most obvious thing. Like, it's the most obvious thing that everyone knows. Like, almost
yeah,
everybody who is reading this arc knows that. We've been speculating and we've been saying that for months, for like years, ever since like this entire arc started. We
yeah,
already know what was the reason why Akimura did what he did.
yeah. Okay, I can't. I will admit. Okay, I was a little slow on the uptake on that one. Okay, yes, yeah, okay, yes. I was a little bit slow on that one, but I finally it finally clicked. It finally dawned on me. Better late than never, I guess. Um. I will say though, I think I did like 126 more than this one just because like it was so beautiful, like 126.
Yeah, I actually do kind of agree. I mean,
There will
obviously, this chapter was great. I do think this
yes.
chapter was great, but
Yes.
I do prefer like 126 a lot more.
There
It was
120
just a beautiful chapter. It was definitely a beautiful chapter, and
120
this
126 it wasn't just a beautiful chapter. 126 was special magic. You know what I mean?
like yeah,
It was
I do know
infused
what you
with
mean.
Hokuzono's sorcery. Like he used his sorcery technique, the penmanship. He used that on this like oh my god. I'm rereading chapter 126. It's just there will never be another 126.
But of
Go ahead.
course,
Go ahead.
one of the best things about this chapter, outside the panels, like the panels are like some of the best panels I've seen. Like it's weird because like usually when it's always like when like Hokuzono, like I don't know what he does, but like every single how he does it or at all, but like every single time he releases like a new like chapter or a new arc or whatever, and there's like every single panel seems to top one another. Like it's the point I can't even. It's going to be hard to find my favorite one, and like
Yeah.
and there's like plenty of panels that make me that I want to put this in my favorites. Like even like that ending
Yeah.
panel with Subaru. Like dude, that is just peak cinema, just pure
Yeah.
aura. Like my
Yeah.
god, I fucking love Subaru already. I fucking love him.
Yeah,
But like,
he is a goat. Yeah. He's certainly a goat.
but of
I don't
course
yeah, it's really yeah, go ahead.
there are there are definitely some lore drops here and there, which is given. It's given for Kagurabachi, especially for uh this arc, there's going to be some more drops here and there. But like
Oh yeah, of
it,
course.
it just like chapters like this just show why I always say Hokuzono does what Gege couldn't do.
Yeah, and again, I don't want to be the guy. I'm glad you're the guy who's comparing Kagurabachi to Jujutsu Kaisen so that I don't get blamed for it in the comments.
Yeah.
'Cause I will never.
Oh god.
You're taking the blame for that.
I'm taking the L, but it's true. Like, and
You're
everyone
taking the
like,
heat.
but everyone who like literally compares JJK to Kagurabachi always
I
say
don't.
how much
I don't.
better, that Kagurabachi has been doing it,
I
like
don't compare
compared
it.
to JJK. But like,
Yeah.
but it's like, but even, but even then, like, can you blame me when I say it does a lot of things better than JJK in every single way, a lot of the ways. Like, obviously, this is no hate JJK. I love both series equally, but like, it always just feels like it focuses on so much, like, on the Kagurabachi does something that JJK doesn't do, and that being world building, and it does it really well. And it's just, it feels more compact, and it definitely feels much deeper in ways. Where JJK, it's just kind of rushed through and kind of felt like an afterthought. Here, it's much more. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want.
Um. Not slow.
Uh,
Methodical.
ye,
Methodical.
uh, I want to say. Damn it! It was on the top of my head. Shit.
Not
Uh,
methodical.
I want to say consistent. Consistent. It's much more
Oh.
consistent.
Yeah.
It's way more consistent. And
Yeah. Go ahead.
this chapter and many chapters, even last chapter, already proves what I love about Kagurabachi, in that it is its
Oh.
consistency and I'm glad that like Hokusoto just keeps on this point.
Um. God. Oh, 126. Oh, I love it so much.
It
Um.
is definitely such a good chapter.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, this manga is so good. No, I agree. It is. It is certainly. It is very. It's been consistently like really, really good. Like there hasn't been a single bad Kagurabachi chapter. Which is
And
really
it's
good for us.
and it's
Go
rare
ahead.
for like many mangaka to like deliver like just a almost a near perfect like chapter back to back every single week.
Yeah.
It's rare for a mangaka to do that. Like Kagurabachi so far, from how I see it and how I for even like reading it, and now like it's like one of the few manga like out there currently, even currently running, that I can think of that really has not released a single bad chapter. I mean, of course, the manga's still ongoing and it's gonna possibly be running for a while, and that could change. But honestly, for how it's been going and how well like this chapter has been, and how we seen like Kunishige crafting one of the enchanted blades and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Um,
Hmm.
I don't see it like slowing down anytime soon, personally.
No, no, he's not slowing down. Uh, in fact, I think he's only speeding up. I don't mean in terms of pacing. I mean in terms of just I don't know what I mean. He's just
In
not
terms of
slowing down enough.
storytelling,
No, not even that. Well, he's certainly back into the groove because we're no longer on break. That break was way too long. I'm so glad we are so back. We are so back. Um, but dude, it's just this chapter was really good though, and I it made me realize why Akimura did it, and it's getting more into the science of the Tatara smelting process, which I really love. and there's more Kunishige backstory stuff, which is really,
That's
really fascinating.
what I
Oh, and
love the most about this chapter.
I wanted to say something though. Okay, I remember hearing back. I think we weren't even on chapter 100, and this was before. I think this was before chapter 80 or something, or around there. Uh, Hokuzono had said something along the lines of, "Yes, Chihiro has a mother, and she will be very important in the future." And like, I remember hearing that. I think this was like last year or 2 years ago, and I was like, "Nah," it must have been last year. I was like, "Nah, there's no way. Like, she hasn't shown up yet. What is she gonna do?" But turns out, no, he was actually he was cooking. I, I don't know how Hokuzono has done it, but like Chiaki has become like one of my favorite characters, and she is it's so immensely important to this whole thing, which completely has taken me like off guard and by surprise, like a Naruto shadow clone punch to the face. That like I don't I didn't expect this at all, but Chiaki is just like this wonderful jewel. Uh in Kagurabachi, and like, who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? But I
And
mean,
keep in
of course,
mind,
she is.
we haven't seen many her in any in much chapters like
I
so far.
know.
We only seen a couple of chapters, but yet already she's already
Yeah,
like a deep and compelling character, and already like one of my favorites.
I know. It's crazy. Like, with so he does so much with so little. And like, I'm really excited to see more of Chiaki, and of course, I'm really excited to see. Uh, this is gonna sound really weird, but like, just bear bear with me. I'm really excited to see after all this goes down. I'm excited to see Chihiro being born because that's gonna be a beautiful. I already know that like because like birth isn't really a beautiful thing in real life from what I've heard. Not that I've experienced it personally, but from what I heard, it can be kind of gross and nasty. But like I feel like the way Hokuzono is going to depict it, it will be this beautiful thing. And like Chihiro's going to be he's going to be like the child of prophecy, like pretty much. You know what I mean? Like he's going to come out. And he's like I don't know what he's going to do, but something special is going to happen.
Like
Um,
I can see honestly, I could see this like arc, this entire arc ending like like how like Revenge of the Sith ended. Like Star.
yeah.
If you've seen Star Wars, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like end with like some Revenge of the Sith type stuff with like where it shows like Akimura going down his dark path, which we're getting close to seeing that already. We're
Oh
getting
yeah,
very close.
I guess Akimura kind of is like Emperor Palpatine, and Yura is kind of like
More like Anakin Skywalker, but
oh yeah, I guess well Yura I was saying Yura is more like Darth Vader, but I guess he would be. I guess you could say that about both of them. Either one of them is kind of either one of them. But yeah, no, and that would make, of course, that would make Chihiro. Chihiro is absolutely Luke Skywalker. Although that implies Kunishige is actually Darth Vader, but no, he wouldn't be.
but like
Uh,
yeah, but like
but you get what I
it's
mean.
gonna. But yeah, I can definitely tell like the how this arc ends gonna end with like Chihiro being born, and
Yeah. I feel like the way I feel like what's gonna happen is like it's gonna pan up to the sky and it's gonna be at night and there's gonna be this beautiful gorgeous panel of like the stars out and it's gonna be like we're gonna see like all the stars in the sky and that's what's gonna make it so beautiful. Possibly, maybe, or maybe it'll be like he'll be born at the same time as like the sun rising above Japan. Like he's like the morning sun, either one of those. Like, there's gonna be something to it that's gonna be super duper extra special. Um, gotta be, has to be. I think. Like, I mean, how could he not? Because Chihiro kind of is the child of. I mean, do you know how many miracles it took to make
yeah.
it?
Now here's the other theory. Do you think that Subaru might be the first wielder to wield like the first enchanted blade being made after reading this chapter?
Well, even before this, he was bound to be the first wielder of an enchanted blade. Like he got the prototype. I think I I think originally I thought that like the first blade might have been Cloud Gouger, but it'll probably be whatever Subaru ends up with because like he yeah obviously he's gonna wield the first one. Um, has to be.
Yeah,
It's gonna be so weird when they find out like when he's like he tries to use his sorcery and he's like what the, I can't multiply anymore, what's going on, and then he starts to discover the blade. He's gonna be so confused. It's gonna be a
I'm
fun scene.
really, I'm really excited to see how Hokozona writes that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I already know it's gonna be a bit of a goofy comedy moment, but then he's gonna lock in, he's gonna be like, wait a second, this blade, it has three abilities. Whoa. And then he's gonna use them and they're gonna like blow some shit up, extra spicy style. And it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be glorious. Oh, I guess this is also when we're gonna see what his abilities are, or his enchanted blade is, and what it can do. But we still have yet to see the girl bearer. Who is she?
Yeah,
What is she up to? Where is she? How come
and
she hasn't been introduced yet?
we also
What is
still have
happening?
like two like enchanted blades that still need to be named.
Yeah, Subaru's, and then well, we have an entire character that needs to be named, which is the girl bearer.
Yeah,
We like and her enchanted blade. Yeah,
and of course
that's a huge mystery.
there is I wouldn't say Natsuki because Natsuki's later. That's another thing. Ibuki. Uh, you know, we know
Hmm.
nothing about him at all, and I'm
Yeah,
actually interested to seeing like more about him because he's like because he was also like one of the people we've seen during for this war,
you know, I
and
watched.
like
I think it was like a 10-minute video analysis on the Mitaka brothers, which was like insane how you can write a video that long about them. But it was a cool video. It was really interesting. But yeah, no, I agree. We need to see more about them. We did get a little bit of their backstory. I hope uh we get to see more of that in this flashback arc. We I don't know if we will or not, but like it would be really cool to see more of them. And of course, we need to see Dog. We still haven't seen Samura and Uruha training with Shirakai. I really want to see them
yeah,
training.
I really
Like,
do want to see that. Like, there is
uh,
so much stuff I want to see. Uh,
yeah.
I think we've
Even
seen,
if
if I remember correctly, we already seen like parts already of how the Kabanabi was formed already. Because I know the
sort of.
war. Because I know like the Seitei War was one of the reasons why the Kabanabi was formed, or what started it being formed.
No, I well the Kagurabachi, I think it existed. There was like a small it existed in a smaller form, and then there was like the Japanese army. Maybe they I think they maybe merged or something. But either I hope the anime delves into all of this. Like I want to see some like if Hokuzono doesn't cover it, I hope he storyboards like some anime additional episodes where they delve into this stuff, like the training stuff, the Kaminabi formation. Like you know, it'd be really fun if we got like a whole Kaminabi formation mini arc in the anime, like
Yeah,
maybe two or three episodes where like we see how they got started and we see Azami when he joined and stuff. That would be really fun. Um and like but like
we
not
might
filler
still
though.
see that in this arc. We might still see that in this arc, but then again, we never really know. We never really know with Hokuzono because he always tends to surprise us. That's the biggest thing about Hokuzono, and when it comes to him being a story writer, even when we have like a lot of predictions and think how the story is gonna play out, he pulls a he pulls the carpet and out of the blue, like just straight up.
He pulls the carpet out from underneath us. That's how you say that phrase.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I wonder if uh you know that girl is. I wonder if she's Sumi. Uh, but because like she kind of looks like Sumi, but she also kind of doesn't. Actually, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the wiki because did it save? Oh shit. Fuck. Uh, I'm gonna check the wiki real quick because
Yeah, you do that.
let me see. Uh, it might say one way or the other. Let me see. Kagurabachi. Kagurabachi Kid. Let's see. Wiki. Man, if I go to the Misumi page and there's like a new entry for this new girl, that would be absolutely insane. But it has to be Sumi, right?
Yeah,
She just looked
it
different
might
back
be.
then. Wait, if it's Sumi, that would mean she's really old. Well, not really old, but that would make her pretty old.
Yeah, it would. It definitely would.
So wait, maybe it's not Sumi. Maybe not
Yeah,
Sumi.
I kind of don't see that. It might be like a new character that we
It
have
might
not
be.
seen.
It might be. Wait, is it the girl? Do you remember in like the chapter where we saw Hiyuki's mother and she was pregnant?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wonder. I wonder if it was the person that was next to her, because like it kind of yeah. Wait, it kind of does look like her. God, Hiyuki's mom is so hot. Ugh, she's so.
yeah,
Anyways, I think it might be her. Actually, that would kind of make sense because, of course, the Masumi are, well, I don't who do they protect? I guess they protect Samura, but Samura wasn't Samura yet. So
yeah.
like, I guess who do they protect now? The Soga clan. It must be the Soga clan, or perhaps it's the Kagari clan. And if it is the Kagari clan, then that could be it could be her. Oh, it does
Yeah.
list it lists her as a separate agent, so she is a separate agent. Dude, that's crazy. Wait, here, I'm gonna send you this. Um, that's so crazy.
That is.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna caption it.
Mm,
Well, I wonder what happened to her. DM'd it to you.
all right. Oh, oh,
Shit.
the most.
Hello?
Yeah, the Masumi agent.
Yeah. New baddie alert. New baddie alert.
Yeah, that you saw. Yeah, in the new chapter. Yeah, like, maybe she's the new girl. I don't. She's gonna be the girl. I don't know. But like, dude, I can't wait to see more of
Wait,
the Masumi agent.
I just thought of something. This
Yeah,
this is crazy. Um, this is an insane fan theory, but you're gonna have to hear me out on this one, all right?
yeah. Go ahead.
What if she is Iori, Iori's mom?
Oh boy!
Wouldn't
Holy
that be something?
shit! Yeah,
Because that would perfectly connect the Misumi to Samura if that's Iori's mom, wouldn't it?
yeah. It would.
Oh, I'm a genius. Oh my
Dude.
God. Oh my God, that's such a good theory. It's so
Oh my god.
good.
This
Oh my
is
God, bro.
this is why I like Kagurabachi and talking to the fans of Kagurabachi. Just so much theories as we go.
This
Just so much
this
theories.
this manga is so good for just like for fan theory creation because like there's so much new shit every chapter and so many unanswered questions like that you could just theorize about absolutely everything. But like, I really like the idea that she might be Iori's mom because, like, wouldn't that make so much sense? Like, oh my God, like, oh my kid, that's the Masumi to summer so perfectly. Oh, it would be so perfect. I'm a
It really
genius.
would. It really
If
would. It
Hoku,
would.
if Hokuzono doesn't do that, I swear to God, that would be such a fumble, wouldn't it? It would kind of be a
It would
fumble.
be. It has. It might be a waste, but hey, theories are just theories. Yeah.
Uh, I really hope, even if okay, maybe he doesn't, but like okay, in page in 127, page 12, when she leaves and she says, "Let's begin." I hope in the anime Shiba, like when he's just there alone, he's like, "Eat Nori." Ugh." You know what I mean? Like he says her name, and it's like, "Oh!" Like that's the reveal.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be crazy, man. Oh boy.
Because like if it does turn out that she is Inori, that would be like a really good spot to reveal it early in the anime.
Yeah.
Uh if it turns out she's like a super badass, because like she has to be, right? Samura wouldn't marry like a dainty little flower
Yeah.
or what
He has
a
to
fragile
be.
flower.
Yeah. He would marry someone who's like legendary or like massively badass.
Or just someone who's strong and competent and capable, like a capable warrior. And like also, I want to point out that she didn't enter the workshop. She wasn't there with the two guys. So like if Subaru ends up killing them, like she's not there. So like I think Hokuzono is setting up that that lady survives, whereas the other two don't, which means he could be setting up that she is Yori's mom. She survived this
Uh,
encounter. Oh my God, I love this theory already. I don't know. This is so good. This is so perfect. I really
uh,
hope. I actually genuinely hope that she is. I don't know why, but like I feel like it just makes too much sense because like obviously like Samura is connected to the Masumi somehow, and if it ends up being through her, and and like the way she's moving is also really mysterious. She put a seal on him, and she said, what did she say? She said, you knew we were coming ahead, we were coming and headed towards an open space. You have brains, I'll give you that. But oh well, even the rain has the ability to wash us away. What does that mean? And then she puts the seal on him, and then she says, I heard they were able to hide their presence, but oh, the Shiva, but to this degree. So they've used sorcery to on you to sustain all of the wounds you took home with Hiroshima. Is that so? But such a one-time recovery seal is easy to tear out. Okay, so she said it's easy to tear out, but she clearly didn't tear the whole thing out. She spared him, which could be an indication that I think because she didn't go with the two guys and she spared him. She just wanted to like knock him out. So like maybe she's secretly working with the good guys here. I'm like theory crafting like crazy. I'm a madman over here. But like maybe she's secretly working with the good guys, and she's gonna come in later and she's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, I sent my two goons after you, but we were just testing out to make sure you are skilled or something." I don't know. But like I just love the idea that she might be Inori. I don't know. Like
oh
she
my
has to
god.
be Inori.
This is the most
What's up?
craziest fan theory I ever heard about
So I'm
a
like,
character that we just met, of all
we just
things.
met. I know. It's we
We don't
just
even
met this
know her
girl.
name. We don't even know this character's name, and already coming up with a
I
big, huge
know.
fan theory.
I know. I know. I can't help it.
Oh god.
Uh,
And not to mention, it's a character who looks really cool too. Lou. Oh,
she does. She actually has way too or she has way too much aura already. Like popping up in the rain like this, like and like here's the thing, right? If she has all this aura, like she has to be important, and she survived the encounter. She has to. So she shows. She's going to show up later. She has to be important. It has to be. She has to be Inori.
Yeah, she has to be
Be
Inori, or she could be the girl we have not seen before, who is like one of the enchanted blade wielders. It could be
no.
either or should be fine.
I had that thought for all of 0.005 seconds until I realized her eyes are completely different to the girl bearer's eyes, which have rings in it. Actually, the girl bearer eyes, she has eyes very similar to Hirohiko, now that I think about it. So maybe she's related to Hirohiko. That's
Maybe.
interesting. That's really wacky. I think we're getting way out there. But like, no, this girl, this Masumi girl, uh, I'm locking it in here. She is Inori. She is Samura's wife. Yeah, I'm locking it in.
Yeah.
Either that or she's Sumi, but I don't think she's Sumi. She might be Sumi. Sumi's also really hot, by the way. I don't know if I said that yet, but Sumi's really, really hot. I really like Sumi.
The,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I like all of the Kagurabachi girls. They're all so pretty. Like I don't know how Hokuzono does it, but like he does not miss with the character designs. It's crazy.
Yeah, the character designs just.
Okay. Do you like my theory?
Yeah, I really do. It's an interesting theory. I never hear like a lot of people. I don't think I've heard like some people so far make a theory about this. And most of the discussion from what I'm seeing,
Mm.
I haven't been following. I haven't been like super on the like the nose about it because like it's I just read the chapter like today because I was busy with work and busy with other stuff. But like, and I just read the chapter right before we started stream. Most of it is mostly talking about Subaru and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, if I said it first, that's gonna be, and it comes true. I've had so many theories about Kagurabachi, and a lot of them have not come true. If this one does come true, I will be absolutely elated. I will be, I will be out of my mind. Like you have no idea, because like we just saw, she's shown up for 2 seconds. Like, but like already, like the aura and like she's not there with the guys as they raid the workshop. So like she clearly survived, and then she says, "Let us begin," and disappears. But then she's not there with them. So like she has to be important, right?
Yeah, she has to be. She really
So
has to
like
be.
so like what if she is? What if she's Inori? Oh my god, it's so perfect.
Like either if she's not like you just can't just make a character that has introduce a character that has so much aura like that and have her give a line like "Let's begin" without making her have a play a huge important part. Like you can't just do that.
Bro, I'm telling you, she is Inori. That I'm locking it in. That's my new headcanon. It's her. We found Inori. We found Inori. We found Inori. We
All
found
right.
we found the mother of Iori, one of the most important characters in Kagurabachi, and the wife of Samura. We found her. We found Inori.
We found her,
I've
boys. We found her.
and also, doesn't it make so much sense that in the same arc that uh that Kunishige's wife slash Chihiro's mother is introduced, that Samura's wife slash Iori's mother is also introduced. Doesn't that make so much sense?
Yeah.
It makes so much sense. It makes all the sense. It makes infinite sense. It makes too much sense, in fact.
Yeah. It does. Well, yeah.
I love it.
I don't.
I love it though. It's such a
Other
good
than
theory.
that, I don't have much else to say. Really that much.
Yeah.
Um, Banger chapter
Yeah.
though. I am really looking forward to see what Hokuzono does with what he's introduced in this chapter. I really am excited to see um what's next for Subaru. I really can't wait to see like the first enchanted blade being wielded, and I really cannot wait to see like the big reveal. Like so far, like this arc really just keeps on surprising me, and it's just a chef kiss so far. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to see what happens next. Like
Yeah.
no matter what, like it is just I already know for a fact that Hokuzono is going to deliver because he has been.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say, I've been so surprised with how long Joji has lasted, and I don't just mean in the workshop. I mean just in the story in general. Like this man, we've never seen him in the current storyline. So like, why is he so important? Like, where is he? What happened to this man? You know?
But yeah, we'll find out
But
soon enough.
anyways, I also like I think I've spoken for way too long.
Yeah,
uh, I
we're
love that
out here almost for
two and a
nearly
half.
more than 2.5 hours. So
Yeah,
yeah, we had a lot to talk about today.
yeah.
We did mostly rants about stuff, but we ended off on a positive note, thankfully. But yeah, we had a really banger chapter for
Really
Kagurabachi as
banger
always,
podcast.
and
I hope you guys enjoyed episode one the of Hinao's Cafe. That was a really good first episode. Nah, this was the big one. Um, I'm really just so happy with how this all turned out. And yeah, that was an amazing chapter. That was a fire chapter, and I'm really excited for my fan theory. I really hope that comes true. Oh, that's such a good
yeah.
theory. I love it.
But now
Self-place, self-place.
But now we'll end this episode here. This is Hinao's Cafe signing off.
See you guys later.